Oh, 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 oh. Don't blink, it's your boy Ying. Welcome to the show. Because you're doing well. Because I'm having a fantastic day on this 25th November 25. We just finished today doing the TikTok live. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna be chilling and we'll be playing some Borderlands 2 for an hour and a half, 2 hours. And then we're gonna be doing another TikTok live where we eat and drink, which will be good. And let's freaking go. That's it. Oh, fuck. Let's freaking go. I had a rough day, guys. Holy. But we're back. We are back, ladies and gentlemen. We did a lot today. Like I said, we went on a Fortnite, right? We did a TikTok live, which sadly didn't work, but it's okay. It's okay. Now we're back with some Borderlands 2. I usually would play some Fortnite, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do a little bit of a Borderlands stream, and then we'll switch to another stream, another live on TikTok, and we'll go back to what? To Fortnite. So 4 hours and 44 minutes. Nice, baby, nice. Good. Now we don't have a drink, and I don't feel like tasting some energy drink today. So I'm possibly gonna do a second energy drink right now. That's pretty much it. We had a really good day today so far. It started out like 6 hours ago, but we did a lot so far. We did an hour and a half of Fortnite, 2 hours of freaking TikTok live when we went on a walk. So this is another Zoa. This is Frosted Grape. Let's freaking go. Freaking go. Okay. We're gonna start by doing this. Because I want to finish it, and I think I can. I think I can. We got a new rocket launcher yesterday. So I'm super excited about that. We have a snack. We have some chips left. So that's good. Okay, another grenade. Good. Good. Ah, shit. Let's check if the shim is working. Yeah, the reality is I cannot oh, I fucked up. I fucked up, guys. Shit. Give me a sec. I fucked up. Okay. So we need to check out if the stream is working. We did. Holy shit. Ain't no way. We did 2 hours of live. Nice. Okay. Perfect. Perfect. Okay, good. I was going to get the oh, sorry about that. I was gonna get the what's it called? The Galaxy Fold 4 Fold Z, but I don't think I'm gonna be able to get it. So what I'm possibly gonna do is the Huawei. The Huawei. Okay, let's go. Is it ready? Got my Zoa grape. I have to chill on drinking those because I don't have that many. Good. Good switch. And if I can survive this, I don't know if I'm gonna go back to Lynchwood because Lynchwood is hard as fuck. But at the same time, yesterday I was really tired.
Ghosty.
You was flag licked too. Let's prioritize using this. It's a bit more important. We're gonna do Nelly Overdrive. Apologies. 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 3, look, it's level 28. So we'll do opportunity first, fuck it. Why? Because at level 24, so there's no hope. Then we'll go back and do the, if I can get another level, I'm gonna be happy. With the opportunity, I can just get like a level or 2. And then we'll do Lynchwood. Doesn't matter how much damage I take here. Because we're gonna get, I've been craving, you know what I've been craving? I've been craving The Office. I've been really craving it. Good. Level 30. I wasn't supposed to get it here. I was supposed to get it a bit later on. So we'll do this and we'll do... Oh. See how much it's lagging? At least we're uploading, which is good. How much was that? Last level? Kill skill. Cooldown rate plus 25. Okay, that's good. Deception is what I need, but deception is so useless. Good. Good. Nice, it fucking works well. And also, the greatest news ever is tomorrow I'm going to my father's house for Asian market. Sorry, my apologies. My apologies. Shit. Apologies. Okay, good. She 100. I'm looking for a chubby. Never. Normal. Splitter. So what we're doing is
assassins never die.
Ooh. Need to get his flag licked. I don't know these guys. I don't know. I like the French Canadian guy. Oh.
Hark, badass. I disappear. Slag.
Oh. I don't think that cussing is nice. Good. $500. It's not bad, guys. It's not bad.
Goodbye.
La sardine. Holy shit, dude. Whew. Capacity. Because recharge rate. Oh my god, I ate too much.
What is next?
Good.
Goodbye.
We're gonna try to get the full level. Chubby Varkid.
I am ready.
So what do we have? This is finished. The one I have is better. Oh shit.
Moi je pense, après regarde, t'as vu, moi je suis quelqu'un d'honnête, t'as vu, c'est comme si quelqu'un il parle de Ilan, t'as vu, nous on s'en pose pas la tête, mais t'as vu, on s'est toujours respecté, on s'est toujours je pense que c'est une bonne personne. Je te le dis. Et si vraiment dans mon cœur c'est quelqu'un de mauvais, je t'aurais dit. Une fois plus que j'aime pas la télé-réalité. Mais t'as vu, vous êtes
C'est
des
pas
exceptions.
mauvais, mais c'est un petit peu ça.
Si je ne sais pas, moi, c'est une bonne personne. Je pense que je te
Good.
moi, je suis sûr que tu vas faire.
Good.
Ghosting.
You can throw it with TDOR. I didn't know that.
I vanish. I am ready. The true world revealed. Weakness is now known to me. Time to go to work. Huh.
What the fuck? Son of a bitch.
Derrière, il est. Moi, je suis dans le village, les gars. Il vient de moi, c'est team, on est ensemble, on se donne la force, bam 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 bam. Et lui, je l'ai pris. Il est parti dans un live avec à l'époque Nono, tout ça, en disant ouais, Ilan, il croit qu'on est deux, mais en fait, non, pas du tout. Moi, lui, c'est lui, moi, c'est moi. Donc, moi, j'envoie tous les gens chez lui. Ça va la manche comme un bain, et il dit à sa team, restez bien avec moi, allez pas chez Ilan, et il montait les autres contre moi, tu sais, au lieu de me défendre. Pour moi, il me baisse, il racole Claudine, il a ça, j'ai vrillé.
Mais Claudine, elle a été chez lui ou elle l'a pas écouté?
Frérot, je suis là.
Montez nos ans.
Claudine, 2h du matin,
Good.
je suis comme ça dans le classement, le lendemain, je rouvre, quoi. Là, ça y est, on va chercher le top 1. Je vois pas tout le monde,
Continue.
je suis là en live, en train de galérer, alors pas tirer,
Sheesh.
parce qu'il a racolé. J'ai vrillé, et j'ai parlé d'un truc que... En vrai, c'est rien, mais voilà. J'ai parlé d'un truc, c'est... Attends, je te dis en gros.
Tu peux vraiment pas le dire en live, même avec des codes. Pour que les gens, les abonnés comprennent un peu. Parce qu'ils te suivent,
Ah,
quoi.
c'est pas ça, c'est que si je le dis, je le redis, ça veut dire que je le déclare bien. Voilà, c'est pas une bonne idée ça.
I like that. Did Yada just talk?
Ah, ok. J'ai dit ça, j'ai dit gros, t'as eu. Et c'est. Tu connais, c'est politique. Et zéro depuis le début, zéro. Viens, il veut nous aider, l'autre, là, tout se mêle là-dedans, zéro. Toi, t'es loin, lui, les choses, c'est zéro.
Non, même je suis loin, là j'ai une société au Maroc, je te prouve, je fais des podcasts et tout. Pour justifier, je sais pas.
Good. We need the bullets.
Ok, j'ai compris.
Attends. Et en plus, il est vraiment fou.
Ouais. C'est comme un dealer qui vient et du jour au lendemain.
T'es au RSA que tu roules en porte. Bref, et moi je dis ça en live. En solaire parce que tu sais, sur le coup, il va passer trop quand même. Alors que moi, combien de fois il s'est fait ban, je l'ai fait remonter, j'ai fait remonter ses donné de la force. J'ai été là pour lui à conseiller. À l'époque, quand j'étais au TNFC numéro 1 France, les productions me disaient Ilan, Chiazi, tout ça, traite pas Evidian, c'est pas bon pour ton image. Je le mettais quand même dans mes stories. Je donnais quand même la force. Quand c'est moi sur TikTok, quand j'étais. Enfin, j'ai toujours été TNF.
Apologies.
J'ai vrillé. Et maintenant, en fait, t'as une bon, vas-y, c'est pas grave.
My apologies.
Jamais avec toi. Et en fait, je me suis dit quoi? Parce que.
I don't know. I don't know this because this is drama internationally speaking. So, you guys hear me talk? Okay, so I gotta say something. So you guys hear me talk a lot about the French people, and I'm listening to French content creator. Okay, so it's kind of complex. It's actually very complex. The reason why we listen to French TikToker. So I'm French Canadian. I'm Québécois. The problem with being Québécois is you're French, right? And if you're like if you're really Québécois, it's, I don't mind making content in French and English, right? But even if I was making content in French, they wouldn't allow it, right? So we're doing content in English because there's another big of a market, right?
For helping bring Pandora into the future. The experiment you'll be put will help us
Nice. What is that? Tumba. Amen. Yeah, he's right. What he's saying is there's beef, right? And there's beef, but the guy, the first, okay, so yeah, so the Frenching is kind of important. The Frenching is kind of important. It's not the craziest thing ever, but it's kind of important. Okay, so yeah, it's you see the Arabic people, it's important also. Good, finally, holy shit, that guy was hard.
Je sais pas, toi demain à Mounir là, demain mettre la photo.
Who needs a medical
Si je t'ai
license?
fait quelque chose, non, si je t'ai fait quelque chose, je vais
Non, c'est toi qui m'as fait un truc.
Bah, moi, je
C'est
sais
toi
pas.
qui m'as fait une dinguerie, c'est toi qui me boycottes. Wesh.
Wesh.
Ah bah oui, ça, je t'ai répondu. Là, j'en ai amené au top, Ah mais attends.
Yes, okay, so okay, so it's so fucking complex. Most people will say that Canada and America is culturally speaking very similar. Then you're right, it is very similar, right? However, from French Quebec, it's closer to France. It's historical also. So the first people that went from Canada, it was the French. Right, and then the English conquered, right? So the French came in, they conquered, and the English conquered from the French, right? The French conquered from the natives, the First Nation. So then what happened is, just a grenade. He's right. No, I like the way he's talking. So basically, what the longest story short, right, is that there was a drama, right, and they won't play together. One of them is pissed off because the situation is shitty. The other one is saying, hey, dude, this is business, right? Don't take it like that. There's a good opportunity for us to make money. By staying in your corner, you're not allowing yourself to make money, but you're also not allowing somebody to make money. Now you're touching my bread, right? There's just one rule. Don't touch my fucking... You can ask for cash, but don't get in the way of my work. You know? So the guy said, hey, forget about your... Yeah, boycotting.
Toi, je follow pas tes bulles. Intermat, je follow pas ses bulles. Nabour non plus, parce que je travaille avec, parce que mais toi, tu me boycottes. Bah, pour là, je follow. Ta sœur.
Moi, il a un petit qui est bien, qui est chaud.
T'es gagné, honnête.
Toujours un coup, non, mais il y a pas de comme ça, c'est mal.
Et je lui dis quoi? Je lui dis, mais c'est bon,
This man, there's a lot of bullets there. We're only looking for rockets. Yeah, so you see what he said? This is the true things. He said exactly, the French, the Canadian guy said the exact thing. So, French, they conquered, and Canada was conquered by the English. The place that resisted was Quebec. That's why we still speak French, because we resisted, right? So then, for the French and Quebec are very similar. Canada and America work together, but Quebec and French work together, right? And also in France, there's a lot of people from Egypt. That's why a lot of French are speaking. They're speaking Verbal. No.
Nice.
Eh bah ouais, pourquoi vous me mêlez, vous, là?
Do we pick it up already?
Ah, c'est pas grave, ça va s'arranger.
Toi, tu trouves ça normal qu'il me boycotte? Tu trouves ça bien?
Pour moi, ça va s'arranger parce qu'il sait pas que t'as un cœur comme ça. Il est pas au courant. S'il savait que t'as un cœur comme ça, il aurait pas fait.
En fait, c'est le mec à qui j'ai donné de la force. En vérité, je m'en fous. Tu vois, Raphaël, on se bloque, on parle trop, on va aller, on fait ta vie, je comprends rien, je t'apprécie pas. Je comprends rien.
So the French and the
Inès, on dit croit Inès, là, on est au moins 400, c'est qui ça? C'est qui Inès?
Tu vois, là, je m'en bats les couilles, mais Vivian, je vais te donner de la force, et pendant des années. Là, je suis pas de
There's a problem. We had a blue weapon and I don't know where it is.
Je sais pas c'est qui il a su.
Je déteste la gratitude.
He's not wrong.
Sur ça, Ilan, je te comprends parce qu'on est arrivé à même chose. Mais,
Ouais,
mec,
Inès,
c'est pas
Inès.
c'est pas pour aller
Je sais pas c'est qui. Les gars 4 roses.
Non mais voilà, et là en fait, ce soir tu m'as fait réaliser.
Good.
Et quoi?
Tu m'as fait réaliser qu'en fait, moi je les protège.
Oh shit.
Tu vas les protéger, mais pas protéger.
Attends la M2, wesh.
Non, là, j'arrête depuis maintenant, là. C'est pas, en fait, c'est le gaz, non, en fait, la vie,
On l'a pardonné, on l'a pardonné.
non, j'ai pas la haine, mais toi, tu pourrais être attaché à la porte.
There you go. I think this is it. Good.
Les gars, dites à Inès qu'elle vient s'abonner ici. Je sais pas c'est qui. Dites qu'elle vient s'abonner ici.
Yeah, so this is why I watch a lot of French people.
Prendre un petit break, ça va prendre 9 heures, moi, je t'ai pas dit. Vous avez compris? Je suis pas fait exprès, alors.
They don't give a fuck. But there is an
J'ai checké le...
so it's kind of sad. So this is my protection.
Oh, Jesus!
And nothing can go wrong. Oh no! Not again.
Yeah, for the French people, Quebec are farmers. It's not the same culture. Yuck. Yuck. There's nobody on live tonight. Yeah, TikTok is not going well for me, guys. Good. Ugh.
An idle mind is a very dangerous thing. I think of violence.
Yeah, there's nobody on. There's nobody. I guess I'll just do some Nikocado Avocado. Fuck it, I'm having fun with Nikocado Avocado. So from friends, there's always sort of this conundrum. Oh, but that's too long. Yo, Asmongold versus DSP. Oh my god, this is huge, guys. This is huge.
Years, that's crazy.
That is huge. That is fucking huge. No way. Okay, so it said an hour 40. So we'll watch this and then I'll go on TikTok live, no problem. So it's kind of like a straight story. As you guys know from the Borderlands 1, we've been watching a lot of Asmongold, right? And Asmongold lately, he's been farming for DSP. Because Asmongold is kind of like the four figure on gaming community, and DSP is like the wild child that doesn't respect anything. So people from the admin community, from his community, have been sending him a lot of it from the clip from DSP, and admin goes like, "Hey, I'm not giving this publicity because a lot of people are boycotting DSP by not giving him, they're not giving him some, you know, some attention, I guess, some exposure is the right word." So we did get it. The blue barber was the blue thing. Fuck. Let's go. So then Admin Gold just confronted him. And I never watched the video. It was released a day ago. Shit.
I've seen your videos on and off for the last 10 years. And now I'm talking to you. That's odd.
And if you got your money, I'll save your gold earned life.
Now, hold on a second.
Let's just get this out of
You're right. Are you actually watching my videos, or are you watching my videos? So the question, I guess my question for you is overall, after watching me for 10 years, what is your impression? Because I hear things all the time from a very isolated crowd, and I'm curious, as someone who's been an outsider watching this kind of content, like, what do you think?
Well, I mean, like, you know, the videos that I see, I mean, let's be honest. I mean, I'm sure you've seen a few of them, right? And
So you got some fireplace.
have opinions about the way things are. And especially about the way things are.
Another weapon that I had was level 30.
A lot of people asking about this. Before we get into that, we gotta get some. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1,
What?
So whenever you went on stream, you accidentally got caught jerking off. You got suspended by Twitch, right?
No. What? I was not streaming on Twitch, I was streaming on YouTube.
So you were streaming on Twitch when that happened.
No, I was actually not a Twitch streamer at the time, I was only streaming on YouTube. And I nothing happened at all, I just remember the questions were because it was, there was no name, it was just sound. It was just my voice, basically.
Right, of course. And so, why do you stream on Twitch?
It's a good question.
I mean, no, would you just make more money? Like, I mean, you're streaming on Kick, you're streaming on YouTube. Like, I mean, at least on Twitch, like, here's the way I see it, right? Is that if you're streaming on Twitch, you can at least make some money from ads. But, like, if you're streaming on YouTube, how the fuck do you make any money? Because, like, you're gonna get, like, fucking super chats, maybe. Or,
Shit.
but that's about it, right?
No, yeah, I get that right. Oh, that I tried to.
Yeah, that's not more, but... Yeah, it's something
Twitch, Twitch. Twitch pays me for my ads.
They still do. If you're not like me, like for me, I like talking about politics, and so I get paid about 30 cents an ad. But if you don't do that, you get thousands of dollars. And you get enough. Yeah.
Well, I did stream on well, I stopped with 121 because
This is gonna be a good weapon for that.
in 2021, I got together this package of stuff that was like clips of me from over a decade before. So yeah, I started, you know, I've been streaming since 2000. Okay, well, I streamed YouTube. No, I've been a YouTuber since 2000. And back then, it was a Wild West. Everyone said if they wanted to try and do like shock value on thought. Back then, my audience was teenagers, so I'm doing like
I'm loving this. I'm loving this.
video game all the time, and I'm doing racial content.
This is all stuff that I know because I've been watching DSP for a while. But to see somebody that I like I'm gonna go. So DSP, do I like DSP? I'm kind of indifferent to him. I used to hate him, then I liked him, then I hated him again. So with DSP, it's, in my opinion, it's one of the weirder. Holy shit! This is 1,800. This is how much? 1,300. Okay, so it's so tough because when I start seeing him, I used to love DSP. Because when I started watching DSP, it was more so, this is how you don't play, this is the year in review. We watched it, this is how you don't play, and the year in review, we watched it for the first, like, year and a half, almost 2 years, because I've been watching him since I discovered DSP during my first playthrough of Elden Ring, which was in May 2020, I started in 2021. 2022 I started. No, I started May 2021 and we've been non-stop since since 2021, right? So May 2022 I am watching and I discover
I've seen your video.
sorry, because we keep on pressing the wrong button because I don't want it to close, so I'm pressing a button for the screen not to close, so it's seen as action, and then you're pressing another video by mistake. Right? So yeah, so DSP, the first year was this is how you don't play. Then I actually started listening to his content, his real content, and I actually like the guy. I actually really enjoy the guy. I like watching him, but it was weird because this period of time was the most. Oh my god! So this is actually a good subject for videos. We started listening to DSP. So you guys know that I've been listening to Nikocado Avocado, right? We talked about this like I think it was yesterday. Yesterday or this morning, I don't remember. I think it was yesterday though, because we were in the fridge. So with Nick, I watched Nick half 8-bit hate watch, or I'm gonna be watching normal. When I watch his newer content where he is a fucking mess, I hate it. But when I watch the video from like 6 years ago, which is what we've been doing for the last couple of days, I actually really like Nick. I actually really like it, Nick. I think he's a good content creator. When I say good, I mean great content creator. Okay, so let's do the Idle Pod. Idle Pod. Good, fuck yeah. Okay, so with Nick, it's kind of the same thing. I don't always hate watch him, but I sometimes do. If that makes sense, right? So with DSP, the first thing I started watching was, and it's kind of crazy because there's a lot of charm in DSP. He doesn't know it, but there's a lot of charms. Like for example, when he does a video, he has his own twist to it. He has his own flair to it, and it's good content, right? So yes, I do watch the content, but I also enjoy. Oh my god, look at this! This is amazing. 2021, 2011. Magazine size, sustained firing, increased weapon. Why is that better? Is way better because I'm gonna be able to use it against the treasure, which is the boss, right? Which is the boss. So let's use this so I can get bullets for other weapons. So with DSP, we watch him a lot, right? I was watching him. That's the craziest part. I've been watching DSP since May 2022. Right, and I stopped watching him. Let's say I stopped watching him. Let's say I stopped watching him this summer. No, that's not true. Actually, yes. Like let's say we started Project Vendetta in October. Let's say I stopped watching DSP in August. And August is a good time. It's a good stamp. So, and DSP for almost 2 years, I actually really enjoyed watching DSP. So it was a very weird. It was a very weird. Just getting coffee. Comfortable. It was a very weird time because I actually liked the guy because I was watching, and this is something I've never ever done before, and possibly something I will never do again. I will never ever do again. It's one of the weirdest things I've ever done. We were watching DSP content on a daily. You're watching him through his own stream. Okay, so this is the truth, right? So whatever is personal drama and shit like that. We were watching Snort Hogan. We were watching channels. Fuck, dude, they're telling me to. They're always telling me to do shit. Because I'm having to press the screen of the phone to maintain it. So with DSP, oh, for fuck's sakes, you know what? Fuck it. Focus Inc. Focus and get yourself some charging. So I used to watch DSP. All that I had to do with is podcasts. All I had to do with anything but the gameplay. I used to watch Snort Hogan. I used to watch Duty Stream. So Detractor Channel, right? But when it came to the gaming, who I watched was actually DSP. So we were watching in tandem the Detractor content, but also him, right? So yes, this is also the thing. The thing with DSP, which you have to understand. Yes, there is some charm to him because he's. How can I say this? I don't want to be a dick because the guy should get shit on a daily basis. DSP is in a lot of ways so complex. DSP is in a lot of ways the dude at work. There's a dude at work. We all have a dude at work. That is, most of the time it's me, right? The dude at work where he's kind of like a douche, right? And he's not the smartest guy, and he's kind of messy, right? But he's funny, and you don't particularly like him, but when you realize that he's around, you're like, okay, you know what? That guy's not that bad. That guy's not bad. It's not your favorite person to work with. It's not your favorite co-worker, but he's there. And because he has a big mouth, he's there to say, right? It's okay. You know what? There you go. It's a guy that you like having in the cafeteria. Not because you're talking to him, but because he's there and because he's gonna talk and laugh a little bit, right? So with DSP for 2 years, I actually really like the guy. Really like making fun of the guy, but really like listening to the guy, right? I was involved in the Snortex in a way where it's not even funny. It isn't even funny. So yeah, so then the reason why I start hating him. Okay, so I don't. Before I continue, I don't hate DSP. Right? There was an old Kino Casino arc, right, where I stopped just before that. I stopped watching him just before that, and it was always this fucked up thing because I was like, you're complaining about the Tractor Channel making fun of you, but there's this guy that's making fun of you, and you don't mind because he's making you money, right? So I stopped watching as a Kino Casino. So the whole snake back, snake forward, I didn't watch, I didn't care, and yeah. So, but at the same time, I'm gonna be honest, GSP is this kind of this weird situation. See, because when I'm saying that I see him as a co-worker at a cafeteria, the cafeteria. Why am I saying this? It's like, okay, so most of you guys that are watching this are possibly younger. It's like this guy in class that you know is there, and you never really talk to him, but you know he's there, right? So he's possibly one of the loudmouths. You possibly heard of him, you know, and he's not your favorite person, but he's there nonetheless, right? And it doesn't matter if you like him or not, he's gonna stay there. I think DSP, that's the thing with DSP. It doesn't matter if you like it or not. If you like him or not, he's gonna be there, right? He's always gonna be there, and he will stay. He's there to stay, right? And so with DSP, that was the case. And because he's one of the co-worker or one of the classmates, you kind of keep up on him just a little bit, right? But then they're gonna send you the massive guy, who's gonna be the boss. So this, I have to wait until I'm full health. Fuck it. So low to see right inside my mind. I'm gonna work it all low.
You just set off my trap card.
I think he disengaged. He doesn't see me anymore. I'm not in his range of attack, of aggro. So with DSP, what exactly happened is the fact that, I don't know, the guy in itself, he's not a bad person, right? I think he makes some dumb shit, but he's not a bad person. So I kind of, but at the same time, I wanted to watch on him. So I watched Snort Ogan. Once in a while, I'll watch like 2 or 3 videos of him. I still watch the newly released This Is How You Don't Play. Last one we watched was Sikuden. But I also watched the Doom Eternal because... Oh, I got a text and... Damn. This is my mom. And my mom is fallen. So, that's pretty much it, right? However, with GSP it's so weird. Because ZSP was the perfect content. This is why he was my favorite locale. As a person, my favorite locale is my favorite locale as a person is Cobra GFS because he was a gangster. He was super cool. But ZSP content-wise, amazing. Content-wise, he did 15 years. They say he did over 100,000 videos, right? Which is insane. And that's kind of crazy. That is kind of crazy. So kind of happy about that. Kind of super happy about that. Look at the health. How much time is it going to take us? So, and people like see, and it's not only that. Is that the guy is interesting. The guy is kind of like he's a fun person to listen to make fun of, but it's also the people that he had people like freaking Steve of the Dead, who in the weirdest of ways, as I picked up a somebody threw a thing for drawing. And the person that drew it was really talented. Really talented. So low, see right inside my mind. I'm gonna work it all out. Oh no. Oh no. In my mind. I'm gonna look it all out. Oh no. And it's weird because I'm a content creator, so this is content. I pick that up. So yeah, so with DSP it's weird. And then Asmongold, the fact that it's like watching two of your content creator that collabs. To the content creator that you've been watching for a while collab. It's weird.
No, I was actually not a Twitch streamer at that time. I was only streaming on YouTube, and nothing happened at all. I had zero repercussions for it because
sorry guys.
There was no nudity, there was no sound. It was just my old face basically.
Right, of course. And so, why don't you stream on Twitch?
It's a good question.
I mean, wouldn't you just make more money? Like, I mean, you're streaming on
That's only one hit.
YouTube. Like, I mean, at least on Twitch. Like, 'cause here's the way I see it, right? Is that if you're streaming on Twitch, you can at least make some money from ads. But, like, if you're streaming on YouTube, how the fuck do you make any money? Because, like, you're gonna get, like, fucking super chats, maybe, or, like, a subscription. But that's about it, right?
No, I mean, I get ad revenue on everything that I do on YouTube.
Yeah,
It's not like we're making money.
Yeah, it's not like Twitch. Twitch.
Ooh.
Twitch pays me. Yeah,
They still do. If you're not like me, like for me,
Asmongold, what a legend.
And so I get paid about 3 cents a day. But if you don't do that, you get thousands of dollars.
And I think Asmongold is a good person. I don't think he. I think he's gonna farm the shit out of DSP the way Kino Casino did. However, I think the Kino was kind of malicious. They had ulterior motive versus Asmongold that like just like you're a fucking mess, dude. You need some help. I think Asmongold is coming at it from more of a problem solver point of view.
Well, I stopped in 2021 because my detractors in 2021 actually put together this package of stuff that was like good for me from over a decade before. So when I started, I've been streaming since 2008. And last year, I've been a YouTuber since 2008. And back then, Wild West, everyone said it did.
Okay, good. Fuck, dude. Let's do Sanctuary. Fuck it.
I had a partnership with, they sent it to the Twitch partner program team. They sent it to everyone. And in 2021 context, all these teams. This guy's a horrible racist bigot. And like overnight in like 2021, I got kicked out of the Twitch partner program. I got kicked off Teespring. I got kicked off from every one of these pop-up services. You know, I get pop-ups out of contributions. They all canceled me. They all said, "Oh, you're offensive. You're canceled." And I'm like, for what? Like, what did I do? And they'd be like, "Oh, well, you said hateful things." What did I say? Because I haven't done this kind of content since like 2010. Yeah. So what the hell are you talking about? And Twitch specifically, they're and said, "Oh, we actually don't have any legal obligation to say what you did wrong."
Nice. I need the freaking rifle.
But too bad. So I was like, how could I ever improve my content, make sure that I'm aligned with your platform's terms of service if you don't tell me what I actually did wrong? And their attitude was, we don't care. Too bad. And I was like, all right, well, I'll see if then if I can still make some money streaming on Twitch even without the partner program. So for about another month, I was streaming on Twitch, and I was just trying to take in like tips and contributions and stuff like that. One day I was streaming the game Returnal. Do you remember that game? Yeah. And you remember how high action that game was? Like, there's shit.
Yeah, it's a lot of shit going on. Yeah.
Very frenetic. So in the middle of me playing it, and reading something off the screen, and I get attacked.
Good.
And I'm like, oh, and I like got tongue tied.
Did you accidentally say the N-word?
No, it sounded almost like I did, but I definitely didn't say it because I was reading the screen. You could see what I was trying to say when I got interrupted.
Yeah.
And they suspended me, and I'm like, how can you suspend me?
Full perps.
You said the N-word. I was like, no, I didn't watch it back. Within an hour, they unsuspended me.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't want to stream on a platform where number one, at any moment, you're gonna accuse me of being like a hateful bigot, but then you won't justify what you're saying. You won't even send me evidence of me.
Okay, let's do the story. Fuck it.
And you take away my ability to monetize my streams. That's number one. And then on top of that, even if I try to survive and make a living otherwise, like, okay, I'll just take tips or whatever, then you're going to suspend me on a whim for something I literally didn't do because my trolls flagged the stream. And at that point, I said, I don't want to be here anymore. Since I'm a full-time YouTube streamer, for the last year, I've also co-streamed on Kick, and that's how I make my living. So I don't want to be on Kick. I don't want to be on a place that's unprofessional, and at a moment's notice, they're going to cancel me when I didn't do anything wrong.
I'm gonna be honest. So, like, do you think that you were a victim of cancel culture?
You're helping bring Pandora into the future.
a group of people on the internet really don't like me, taking advantage against me.
Okay, I think that's kind of okay. It is. I mean, now, I mean, things have changed a lot since then. 2021 was a different universe, as I'm sure that you know.
54.
I know that some of my viewers might not be familiar with this. They're talking about
2021.
trackers. Can you expand on that?
So, there's a difference between an internet troll and a detractor. An internet troll is someone who like wants to make fun of you, rash you every once in a while. You know, but a detractor is someone who's like absolutely dedicated to your downfall. Someone who spends untold amounts of time watching and stalking your content, trying to nitpick, trying to find flaws in your character, to then highlight them, and try to make you look bad for personal gain.
So do you think that they really want you to fail, or they just want to? I think that they want to keep you down, but they don't want you to fail because if it's like kind of like harvesting a crop
Yeah.
in a way, right? Because like if they totally
If you burn down the farm, then you won't be able to harvest the crops anymore, right? So you want to keep it down. That way, you always need to do. So I think the detractor community wants to keep Phil down because they think he's a bad person, but they don't want him to be. And I feel that if they feel he's gonna be too successful, there's gonna be a fear of, hey, this guy is so successful. There's no stopping him. You know?
get rid of your content,
You don't have to work as much.
so they actually they want you to succeed, but just in a very very limited way, right?
I would say you're absolutely correct.
Oof.
Not necessarily the people making the content that's the problem. Right? People that watch their content, they don't understand the content.
So
And then I'm saying like some of their like diehard fans have done some pretty well stuff. Like,
I'm attacking the sky because I'm so used to killing them.
they said that these people know, they don't understand it. Okay, it's so wrong. They put it, let's make some money out of it. Listen, I don't see the guy get that. But if they're trying to find a way to get your life into the thing, actually trying to harass people in real life and trying to stalk people in real life, that's when it gets crazy. That's when you
it's kind of like professional wrestling, right? Where it's like some people like they understand that it's kind of joke and it's for fun, and you know, like there's like tongue-in-cheek humor to it, but there's some people that take it too far.
I agree with that statement, yes.
And while we're on the topic of wrestling, there is a
Hold on one second.
Go ahead.
I have to
Preface it.
I just want to. I'm not going to preface it. Actually, I want to say something different. Actually, before we start, because here's the problem, which you may not be aware of. Right. Yeah. By the way, I want to thank you for giving me this
Ooh.
platform because you guys are putting this amount of viewership, and this is awesome. And I get to actually talk with you and say my piece, and I'll commend you for that. FYI, I'm in a unique situation. I have so many detractors. Okay. Now, when you react to my stuff, you watch a detractor video, or whatever, you might think, hey, well, this is cool. I'm giving Phil the rope, right? I'm watching some of today. Maybe I'll check him out or whatever. He's watching my content. The problem here. That's not the case, because my detractors, every single day, restream my streams illegally. Okay, it's not like they're adding commentary criticism. They're just live streaming to say, hey, watch it over here so it doesn't make any money or get any attention. They steal my content right now, they're making this video, and they will have it on their channel before I can have it live on mine. So, the problem is, you watch the content, and they say, oh, DSP, let me go find it. They type in DSP, and all they get in the search is my
It's about you being an idiot, basically, right?
They can never find my channel.
Yeah.
Like, there was a case in
Four.
earlier this year, there was a guy in the fighting game community. He had heard one of my takes on the recent Street Fighter game, and he responded to it, but he couldn't find my actual content. He only found the detractor clips that looked like shit, you know. And he's like, I want to talk to Phil. Can anyone tell me what his real channel is? And no one could. So he didn't tell him my real channel.
So I just searched DSP myself. So DSP tries it Memeology 101. Is this your main channel? Okay, that's not your main channel. Okay, let's scroll down. How about Raw Phil? Is that your main channel?
No,
That's not your main channel. Okay, well, here's another one. I even recognize this name. Doody Streams. This one also isn't your main channel, right?
no, these are all my detractors.
Okay, alright. Mighty D. This isn't you, is it? Okay, let's see. Okay, Robust, Urban Garlic. Alright, this is, again, not you. Alright, so, I think that you're actually right about this. The Snort Burnell. Snort Burnell, that's you.
Well, I do snort sometimes on stream, but no, that's not my channel, sadly.
I love Admin Gold.
Snorted before on the stream. And this is
Buttering him up.
gotta be Photoshop. Yeah, okay, that one's Photoshop. Alright, that looks like my hair.
So, could I have for tell me on my channel, so if anyone wants to check it out, they have it up.
I mean, I can find it here, so I think you have to.
Okay, my main channel where I stream every single day, well, almost every day, it's usually around 5 to 6 days a week, is youtube.com.
Good.
DSP Gaming. Okay, my channel is so old, you don't need the ad symbol to find it. It's actually hard-coded DSP Gaming. It's been around 15 plus years. And there's tons of content. I mean, this thing is like a repository, ridiculous amounts of content.
Amp it up.
I do have another channel that's DSP Reacts. Now it's DSP Reacts. That one I do fast. So you want to check that out if you can. But it's DSP Gaming. So if anyone's watching this, I just want to give the guy a look. Please actually watch the real channel, because then you actually see the content, you know, it'd be nice, instead of just the detractor intro.
Okay, alright, so basically these detractors have completely taken over your YouTube algorithm, and now nobody actually watches you. Like, you're a well-known figure on the internet, but nobody actually watches you.
Imagine.
More people are watching the stream than my stream.
Imagine. That's kind of fucked up, though.
How did this happen?
A combination of factors. The big one that actually sunk my channel was that in 2015, this is 10 years ago, a detractor hit me with a whole bunch of false copyright. This is copyright strike.
Yeah, so was gonna say that because of the copyright strike, he had to take it off. So basically, the story behind it is one person who was malicious, which is kind of sad, right? They told Phil, "Hey, I'm gonna give you content to do, right? And I'm gonna give you an intro." Then Phil had a fight with that guy because the reality. So this is the version of the guy who did the content. The guy didn't mind making an intro for Phil. So Phil asked him to do one. No, that's not true. He did one. Phil loved it, so he used it for. It was Skyrim at night, right? It was Skyrim. So Phil was like, "Hey, I really like that one. Can you make me another one?" So the guy said, "Okay, well, no problem. I'll make you a second one." So then the second one was for a shorter game because Skyrim is a long game. It's a good game. It's a long game. It's a long fucking game. So then Phil asked for another one, and then the guy said, "Okay, well, I'm gonna make you another one." And then Phil asked for a third one. Phil being DSP. And then the guy apparently said something along the line of, "Dude, I've been making a couple of these for you, so it would be nice if I get paid." And Phil was like, "Nope, no, I'm not gonna pay you." And the guy said, "You don't understand. I kind of want to get paid, you know, without necessarily saying you don't have a chance." Resurgence and ambush. Resurgence and ambush. Ambush. There you go. So it's not that good. So then Phil was like, "Hey, so what you mean? You're not gonna pay me?" So they got into an argument, and then Phil dragged the guy to the mud, saying he was a shitty person. So the guy said, "Okay, no problem. I'm a shitty person. Let me be a shitty person." So what he did was he copyrighted all of his thing, and then he called YouTube and said, "Hey, these are my stuff." So Phil, using the Skyrim, people really like the intro. So Phil did the worst thing you can do. He used the Skyrim intro for his every single videos. So what he has to do, use it for like a year. So for like a year, he had to delete every single videos. Now, deleting every single video is not a big deal. Deleting the videos on the videos is a big deal. So YouTube, run by algorithm and machines, will see you deleting videos as you trying to hide something. You trying to hide something. It doesn't matter what it is that you're trying to hide. YouTube will see this as, this is suspicious. Let's not promote a guy that has something to hide. So because of that, Phil algorithm was fucked, and it's never been the same. But Phil will tell you like, "Hey, this guy used to copyright me, and he was a troll since the beginning." I don't think the guy was a troll from the beginning. The guy was a troll from the beginning. The guy became a troll. It's kind of funny because if you know the lore of Phil, which I kind of do, right? There was a mod, which is, people don't really change. They make the same mistake over and over and over and over again. There's this mod, right? And Phil was kind of like a douche to him. And he was asking him to do a lot and wasn't paying him. The guy didn't care because the guy was young. So this is a crazy story. The guy was super young, and Phil asked him to do a lot, right? And at first the guy didn't mind because he was young. And then he grew up and he started working. And then Phil asked him to do a lot. He said, "I'm working more for Phil than my job, and my job is paying me. So if Phil wants something," and it wasn't necessarily a question of money. Phil was also more disrespectful than the guy felt like he deserved, right? So there was a story of, "Hey, dude, you kind of treat me like shit, bro. Are you aware of that?" Right? So then the guy left, and when the guy left, Phil started saying, "Oh, he was a troll since day one." No, the guy met you was like 12 years old. The guy met you was like 12 years old. He wasn't a troll. You made him a troll by your actions. Which is what I believe happened with the guy who did the Skyrim After Dark.
I was a partner with Machinima Network back then, and they had a meeting with YouTube about it. And YouTube says to Machinima, "Phil needs to delete any videos on his channel where these detractors could actually hit him with a false copyright."
Whenever I was asking about the detractors, why do you think that you have detractors? Are any of them troll?
Oh yeah, that's what I'm There's no way now that I'm saying it's never been okay. This all started back around 2011, 2012, right? Okay, so with my history lesson, I started on YouTube in 2008. I started doing this for a living in 2011. And at one point, I was actually one of the bigger...
This is huge for Phil, by the way. By the way, Phil has everything to gain from this community. Because Admin Gold is a gamer, Phil is a gamer. They have a very, very similar content. The only difference is Phil constantly beg, Admin Gold doesn't. So this is where it's gonna lose. But he has a guy that's super powerful. I'm telling you, in the gaming community, Admin Gold is one of the biggest, if not the biggest person around, right? So with Phil, this is a huge market you can hit. This is like, hey, it's like McDonald's telling you we like the way you do your trays. We know that you didn't start selling them, but we're gonna buy. We're not even gonna buy the company. We want you to run it, but we want to be the biggest customer. We want to be your main customer. So it's kind of like what's going on.
Biggest, but one of the bigger Let's Players on YouTube. Okay, I was getting 10 to 20 million views a month on my main channel at that time. Okay. And what happened was, I thought I got too big in my own head. I got a big ego. Okay, I thought my content's the best. Yeah. Right? It's the best playthroughs out there. And people started.
And yes, it is understandable. You take a guy that's never. And again, am I defending Phil? I think yes, I am. In a way, I am. In a way, because what he's. You take a guy, right? You take a guy. That's so sad because this is why I like Phil. I like Phil because I relate to that guy. You take a guy that never had. Thank you. It happened to me. It happened to me like 2 years ago. I never had as much as a hey, you're doing good. I never had a tap on the shoulder because I don't feel like I ever deserve it. So, and then in the space of 2 months, the space of let's say 4 months, I went from 5,000 followers. Which is kind of crazy because we did May. In the space between May and July, I went from 5,000 followers to 9,000 followers on TikTok. Like, holy shit, right? So then Phil thought he was the best, and then I think it's the perception of they're jealous of me. They are jealous of me, so that's why they're saying that. Trying to give me problems because they're jealous. It's sad.
Dude, it's 2011. You're not even doing direct capture. You're using a camera to record your TV. What are you, stupid? Like, you're making money. Why don't you go get a capture device? Why don't you do this and do that to improve it? I was very stubborn. I basically would always like clap back and argue, and I'd be like, no, my content's good as it is. I know I like to do it the way I do it. I'm not going to listen to any criticism or whatever. Yeah. So what ended up happening is one person made a video called "This Is How You Don't Play."
I did the same thing.
I'm sure you've seen some of these. I've seen it. Yeah. So the original one, I believe, was Metal Gear Solid 2. And this video was just a montage of me sucking at the game. Every stupid thing I did, every mistake I made, every dumb piece of commentary I said, all thrown into one. It was a very entertaining video. People loved it. And it got like 1 million views on YouTube. So, me being very stupid and big-headed back then, yes. Did I respond positively? Be like, wow, that's great. Maybe I should buy into this. Maybe I'll make my own videos razzing myself or whatever. Yeah. No, I'm an idiot. I'm a big-headed, stubborn idiot. And instead, I start, like, getting pissed at the guy. I start insulting him, saying he's stealing my content. He did that without my permission.
Are you doing that now? Were you just doing that now? Like, because the detractors, you've seen that they were re-uploading.
You just say raw Phil.
Because you just said that 10 minutes ago.
You're right. The difference is today, they're doing absolutely nothing transformative whatsoever. Okay. They are literally just stealing the content and like that Raw Phil channel you just mentioned. All he does is rip my shit plain.
With Raw Phil, yes. With Snorro getting out and D&D stream, no.
He's just fucking stealing. Okay. That's the difference between today and back then. Back then, this is how you don't play.
Yeah. So, in my opinion, I don't like Duty stream because Duty thinks he's a shit. Duty thinks that he's a shit because he calls himself. He talks about himself in third person. And he's like, oh, Duty's the best, right? But dude, like, I don't know, just weird. Duty, no, because Duty does a commentary. Snort, kinda. Because Snort, or again, what will do is they'll take clips and he'll just edit them out and do montage. So, sorta. And then we have the one only. Why are you not opening? Why are you not opening?
I vanish.
Look at this track. But raw fill takes the footage.
What's the difference between today and back then? Back then, this is how you don't play.
Raw fill is live as
It's a great video. It's
at the same time.
You have the right to make it. But now I've grown and I understand that. Back then I was an asshole. Okay, so I basically came across the internet as this asshole. I'm better than you. I know what I'm doing, and I became the butt of everyone's joke. All of a sudden, it was more fun to laugh
my apologies.
at Phil than with Phil.
Yeah,
And
there's a- yeah.
it's art.
So it was a movement against you, and so you think that you kind of egged this on by just kind of being a, kind of being, I guess, like, oppositional to what people would say and having an ego, etc. That's pretty much how it happened.
Absolutely. It's definitely a portion of that problem.
So what about now, though? Like, why? Because like I've seen a number of these videos, and I'll admit it does seem like you ask for money a lot.
He does.
It seems like you do it a lot. Like, so, because like for example,
Here's the thing.
Well, like, okay, so there was a donation goal for you to wear a hat.
That was a while ago.
Yes.
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 Okay, please continue.
Continue on.
Expand on that.
Yes,
Okay, expand. So how does that work, right? How much money was it? What kind of hat was it? Was the chat able to decide it? How does the hat goal work?
I had tiered rewards for a few years there. I'd say 3-4 years almost.
Yeah.
Where every stream I would have, like, if I hit a certain threshold of support, I would put on.
The hat and the vest was insane. So with that, Phil, what it would do 3 sets of reward, right? The first set is 50, which was glasses, but that's CAG, that's protected. The second was a vest, and the third was a hat. Or maybe I'm wrong. And it was those three: the gunner, glasses, the hat, and the vest. Right? So the vest was kind of like a funny thing because the vest. This is how much I fucking know DSP. This is insane, guys. This is fucking insane, guys. This is. A lot of people are Christorian from Christian. I'm a Snortex expert. I'm not gonna say expert because I'm joking at least, but I know more than people. I know more than the majority of people do. Because I watched it for so long.
That's enough. For now. Come on back.
I know more than people. A lot of people do. So with DSP, it was that, right? And what happened is he did the cleaning of his. Oh my god. So there was a whale of people that gave a lot, right? And they were like, "Hey, I haven't watched your channel in a while. How are you?" Right? And he's like, "You remember when you had your vest? Do you still have that vest?" And Phil was like, "Well, I possibly still do. I probably still do." So he found it, right? And then the guy who was a whale, who was a person that gave a lot of money, said, "Phil, put on that vest. Put on that vest. I'll give you $100. I'll give you $50. I don't know what she gave him." Right? So then I said, "Okay." We joke and he put the vest. The second stream, same thing. The guy comes in, said, "Hey, put that vest on. I'll give you money." Right? Third stream. Now Phil is like, "Hey, you know what? You guys like those vests? I found that I have a couple of those. We're gonna put a goal, right? We're gonna put a goal, and if we reach a goal, I'll put on that vest." It was funny because it was just like a gimmick, right? So then what happened is he did the first streak, which was like 20 or 30, and he was like, "Hey, if you want to wear that vest, you want to wear that vest." Now Phil spent all of the money he made, so like, "Okay, well, I really need this." So he started redoing the vest, but now it was a thing, and it's kind of crazy because during the pandemic he was doing it. He got 200 days of vest, which is 200 times 1,000. No, I'm so sorry. He got 200 times 100. So that's how much? That's 20? That's 20,000. And he was like, "Hey, I'm destitute." So yeah, so this is a vest goal. And why is that a good thing? Because it's so complex. It's so Bloodwing, I'm sorry. What? Son of Murak? I don't think I've ever fucked you up. So it's kind of crazy because easy peasy. I think, however, I shot him too late because he doesn't gonna give me a weapon. You gave me one weapon, dude. You're supposed to give me more. What happened there? I think he dropped it everywhere but here. How the hell did you ever get me? Honestly, I can sing you a song. Anywhere but here. You bring out the best in me. Fell in love with the moment we kissed. Since then we've been history. You say this world is forever. Your forever is all that I need. Please stay, as long as you need. The promise that thing will be broken. James Dean. Back then it was a goal. It was a goal of, hey, if you give me money, I'll do something. Which is putting the glasses. And as stupid as it is, it's still something. It's still services. Nowadays, what he does is, hey, you got a goal. You got like 10 goals per week. And if we do the goals in the week, we'll do the DSP tries it on Friday. So you get one reward for 10 goals. And the goals are like 150. No, so sorry. The goals are $50. So 10 gold is like 500 to buy a $40 meal. You know? And it's basically, hey, you're not gonna get a reward today, but in 5 days you're gonna get the reward. So that's what people have a problem with. They say this world is forever. What we'll do is we'll do something opportunity. Yeah, 200.
That I would put on during the stream. The running joke was when you go to one of these movie streamers, right? You give them money and
exactly. They taking out the clothes, and I put money for clothes. I put on clothes for money.
Take clothes off. They're gonna jump in a hot tub. Well, DSP does it the other way. You give me money, I'm gonna put shit on.
Okay, all right, I like that. Sounds good. Makes sense.
Cover up.
So the DSP's vest streak comes to a miserable end. This is from 5 years ago. So you've been doing these vest streaks for a while.
The vest streak was when the vest started, which was early that year, and it lasted like maybe 4 or 5 months. And after that, it was just an ongoing thing that I would do. We didn't always hit a goal, and I didn't always do that. Like I wouldn't always put on a vest, or I would only be if I hit a goal of support for a stream or something like that. It's a silly thing to do with the viewers. And that I would say that was until about a year and a half ago. That's probably when I stopped doing it.
Why'd you stop?
So I got tired of it. It was just stupid. Like, I got to the point where it's old and it's just, you know, it's played out. It was silly for a while, but then a lot of the times you have people come to the stream and the only reason they're there is because, oh, can we get the best goal today?
Yeah, I on that note, I have to defend DSP. On that note, I have to defend DSP. There's a lot of people that are gonna be tuning in to say, hey. It's like there's this guy I had to give shit to, like a couple of I have to get that guy. So about 2 weeks ago, cause add me to it, dude. She's annoying. I don't know you, dude. I know that you're interested, but I'm not. Get over it. I'm sorry if I'm rude. Just people that are pushy. Please stay as long as you need. The thing that. Good. It's nuts. It's nuts. A lot of people, they'll ask you about things. Okay, so again, I have to talk about myself because I fucking love it now. Because it's easier than explaining something I don't know about. I used to do a lot of anime talk. I used to do a lot of anime, like a lot of it, right? It was annoying because I would talk about something like personal, like hey, we'll talk about food or talk about relationship, and then people would come in the stream and say, hey, I think about the last episode of this show, and I'm like, dude, I'm telling you a personal story, like, you know, that was the case, but at the same time, fuck it, you know. So it is annoying for that, yes. But at the same time, you were the one that said, hey, we want to edit, and you put faces on it because you make money out of it. You make it seemingly more important than it is because it's worth money, right? So kind of your fault because you said, hey, let's do it. You don't you want me to put a vest on? Okay. So let's continue. The Cybertruck is not gonna be good.
So it is like an e-girl.
It's what's that?
It is like an e-girl. They're there to see if she's gonna wear the bikini.
Yeah, in some ways you're absolutely right. I would say so. Yeah, it was the opposite thing, but yeah, it was kind of like that. And I got tired of them. I don't want to do that. I want to be making streams for people.
Also, to defend DSP, I have to defend him on this case. It was. How can I say that? It was bad because people would come in and say that he didn't put the vest and made fun of him for not putting on the vest. he didn't reach his goal. They didn't have to watch a video. They just had to look at the end. And no vest meant that he fucked up.
Showing up because they like the content I'm doing, whether it's game playthrough or just hanging out with me, podcast, whatever it is. I don't want them to be here to see if I'm putting on a vest today. I think that's stupid.
So it was the people. It was the.
Absolutely, I agree with that. I absolutely agree with that. That's I agree with a lot.
Best content was too popular.
At one point, like, you're talking about the best stream?
Yeah.
There were entire streams where, like, the entire chat, like, is he gonna hit the goal?
Right.
Where is it the best? The best? I was like, guys, I'm playing a game. Can we, like, fucking talk
Yeah.
about the game I'm playing over here? Like,
Okay, he's training.
Girls are like that on Twitch too. No, it's very common, and you know, people objectify you, and they're not there for the game. They're there for you, and it's weird, and you know, absolutely.
Very nice. Okay, so we'll just put in the clips. I'm not even fun watching this. I don't know if it's I'm talking possibly too much, but hey, that's who I am. Free that torture creature from Mordecai will sleep a little easier knowing that the reserve died screaming.
That's just the beginning. Every Hyperion bastard's gonna pay for Bloodwind.
He's gonna pay for Bloodwind. Every one of them.
I used to sit on the sidelines of the Resistance. Deliver intel, get paid. No more.
Weapon damage.
All or nothing now.
Sorry, dude. No time to talk to you. Hey, see what I did get a purple skin. I don't like the Minecraft. I don't like the Minecraft. I feel like full purple. I feel like for perps. Spider bite. Spider bite is nice. Good. I feel like with the skin with zero, I only have like 3 heads that are worth it. Oh fuck! Let's not forget we got one thing to do, one small thing to do. Yeah, they're gonna remember. And it's almost in the beginning.
Weird and, you know, absolutely. So what about the hat though? Do you still do the hat goals?
No, that's like I said, I
wow,
phased
okay.
all that stuff out. In fact, just this last year, since people still bring it up from time to time, on Independence Day, I did a stupid event called Indivestance Day, where if we hit milestone of support again,
Yes.
put on a hat and a vest again. It was like a throwback event. And I said, you guys want to do it once a year? We'll do it once
Good.
a year. It's a silly celebration, but I definitely I'm past with that stuff.
So you decided, so you divested from the vest streams. I think that's probably a good idea. So now,
Well-
basically, instead of paying you to put on a vest,
I think it's a good idea. I don't necessarily agree with that. I think it's a cool thing. I think I think it would be wrong to say never do that. I think yes, there was a time to say stop because it was just too much. Imagine doing that for 10 years. It's kind of pathetic, right? But thinking that hey, it's a bad idea from the get-go, maybe not. After a while, sure. After a while, sure.
what do they pay you for now? For nothing?
Just,
Yep.
Yeah, just to support the stream, because of the content, and they want to see it continue. Here's the difference, though, and again, this is something people that used to criticize me. They had a fair point, and now I think things have changed. I know, actually, did you see me on camera, Royale?
I can see you, yes.
Okay,
With the turkey
so,
in the background.
yeah, as you can see, I put some money into my set. Recently, I upgraded everything. The camera's out, nice HD quality and everything. Before that, I was in a lot of financial problems. I couldn't really afford to do anything that was high quality. So I was always the guy who made a living streaming, but his stream looked like shit, right?
Right, yeah.
So now, people have seen in the last year and a half, people started supporting me in droves. I was like, I'm going to
Wow.
show you, if you actually
Good.
support me, I'm going to do the things that I wanted to do. I'm going to get a better mic. I'm going to get better headphones. I'm going to upgrade my set. I got 2 PCs now, so I can pump out, high quality gameplay.
And I absolutely love this. I absolutely love this because it is right? People, if you want to support the content, it would be good, and you gotta put money back in the business, right? Like for example, it's the classic of churches problem. So church's problem is you do one ingredient. I do one item. The chicken tenders, some fries, and some sauce, and it's delicious. I never had it, but I heard it's delicious, right? And the problem with church is you'll crave it. But church will never be your go-to restaurant every single day, right? So it feels, the change in the content, the change in the setup is already nice, right? However, it's putting back money in the business. Like I told the story about my father. This TikTok live, he said you gotta put money. Nothing wrong with spending money for your stream, but it's just when you spend money and you're like, hey, it's enough, right? Phil problem isn't that his setup is shit, it's people don't care about him anymore. So it's putting back in something people don't care. So what he would do, what he could have done is instead is going to travel, right? And traveling. For example, Phil had a really good, really nice thing. He used to be a street fighter, right? And he doesn't have to win, but just traveling to get it. This would be good content because this would be normal content. Phil also the problem. I feel like the problem with Phil also, and this is a very big problem with Phil. This, not as a person, but as a content creator, this is a huge problem. Phil used to date a girl called Liana, and Liana was a bitch. Liana was a bitch. Brenda Lee was a bitch. She made some racist remark. She was a bitch. But at the same time, she felt like people were treating Phil like shit, so she's like, hey, they treat my husband like shit, I'm gonna treat you like shit, right? So you kind of understand where she was coming from. Liana, however, was younger. And not a little bit younger, a lot younger. She was, I think he was like 21 and she was like 19. Right? And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. So then, the problem with Liana is, which is a great problem to have, is she was getting bored. She was getting very bored. Liana was kind of the best thing that happened in DSP life. No cap. I'm not even joking. A lot of people don't like her, but I believe she was a good influence on Phil. Why? Because Liana also wanted to make some content. So when you're two people that want to make the content, it's a really good thing for Phil because, hey, my girlfriend is doing what I'm doing, so it's not like, hey, you're bored. Like, we're both working and doing the same thing, so this is kind of nice. First of all, right? Second of all, Liana was also very demanding. So it's like, hey, take me to the zoo, take me to this place, 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 right? And Phil had no choice but to make her happy because she was his girlfriend, right? So Liana would ask him to do vlogs a lot. And Phil had more than just the content of here I am playing video games. He had his vlogs. So the good thing with that is he had everything, right? He was doing two things instead of one. And I think that's what it is. See, when I talk about putting money back in the setup, yeah, but if people don't care about you playing games, bro, what's the point? So this is... There's nothing there. Holy. And this is Dark Soul. I wish it was at least like a chest or something. See how easier it was?
So I can pump out, high quality gameplay, co-stream and all of it. I mean, we're talking about upgrading again later this week. I'm looking to look at Black Friday deals and possibly upgrade my desk and stuff like that.
What's the point of the whole last break? Well, it's kind of simple. The goal is like the churches, right? You have success, you're successful, you branch out. Phil had success, he branched out, broke up with Liana and stopped completely branching out. He was like, hey, you know the thing that you like? Fuck it, I'm not gonna do it anymore. That was a problem.
But that's the thing, people like the content enough that they want to support it. It's not about what's in front of best anymore. I just like Phil and I want his content to continue and to improve.
So they just give you money because they like you, basically.
Because they like the content, and some of them are trying.
Alright, well that's pretty good. Yeah, okay. That makes sense. And so you've done this for a long time. You said you're in financial troubles. How's your financial situation now? Are you comfortable talking about that, or is that something you want to talk about on stream?
I'm not going to talk about anything specific because sadly with these people, how obsessed they are with me.
Yes.
If I give them a single piece of information, they'll try to find a way to data mine it and find out shit. They've got it.
I'm impressed with Admin Gold patience. Admin Gold, I'm gonna be honest, I'm sorry to say that, I thought he looked autistic as fuck. Like this guy cannot function socially, but actually really capable. Really fucking capable. Now Phil's gonna talk about his financial situation. He's right about that. He's right. So they were able to hack his bank accounts. No, he was going to places. For example, he was talking about the stream about, hey, me and my wife Kat, we went to this restaurant, and they were able to do that. Why? Because Phil has a gambling addiction for a game. It's not necessarily a gambling addiction. It's not even gambling. It's a video game. Let's see, what the fuck is that? And it's just like me with the tower. I spent way too much money on the tower. But hey, we needed it. Now where's my fucking wire? It sucks, bro. It sucks. And it's kind of cool because also, like, DSP in my heart is super important because there's a ton of content creators that I want to emulate. DSP is possibly the one I'm relating to the most, but it's not a good example. It's like, hey, don't do that because you don't want to end up like this guy.
Talents of mine before, they didn't really mess up stuff, okay? But
Yeah.
in general, financially, that I've had in over a decade.
Wow.
Like, no lie.
All right, well, that's pretty good. So, speaking of accounts and everything, there's been a lot of people that looked into a WWE wrestling gotcha game account, and they think that it's your account. I think the name of it, if I remember correctly, because I saw a video on it, I'll admit, was called Down from the Rafters. Is this something that you did?
Yes, I'll tell the whole story for you.
Go ahead.
Right, this way,
All right.
the audience will hear it and actually get the real story.
So this is fucking stupid, right? They're saying that he has a addiction to this game, which he does. They're saying that he spent $40,000, which I don't believe he did. So basically what happened is he's dumb because he made his account public and he didn't change his name. So he spent a lot of money on a game. So see, with the tower, I'm not just going to say, Ink, you're doing the same thing with the tower. Yeah, the tower, I did spend a lot of money, but I'm nowhere near the biggest whale. Some people have been playing for 3 years, have been buying every single Power Stone stack, you know? Some people are now buying the event, and the events are giving out bonus rewards, bonus relics. I don't do that, right? So yes, I'm a dolphin. The tower. The dolphin is what? A dolphin is somebody that's going to be spending money, but not willing. So somewhere between free to play and pay to win. So with Phil, he put his account, right? Put his account very public, and then discovered how much he spent. So what he did is he changed the name, which is Down for the Rafter, and the Down for the Rafter is him. Now the problem with that isn't that he spent money. The problem was that he got caught playing WWE, and for like years he denied it. Now there's actually a really cool piece of content which is called an interview with Side Scroller. I think Side Scrollers are a piece of shit. I don't like them. Because I think they're vulture. I think they're vulture. And yeah, they're drama farming. Kind of like Kino Casino, but at the same time, Kino Casino is better. Because Kino Casino is like, this is a shit show. Kino Casino is like, somewhat like a Jerry Springer show. Side Scroller somewhat of a news show. Jerry Springer never took it himself. Jerry Springer was special. Never took himself too seriously. However, every single episode they would do like a more serious talk and say, "Hey, this is the lesson that we can take from today's episode," right? Which was good. It was the Jerry talk. And this is the difference between Side Scroller and it kind of like a Keemstar does this perfectly though. I don't like Keemstar, but he does this perfectly. Keemstar will do this job out of work, right? So it'll sell it as a news, but it's just so crazy. I don't know if it's going to be that much people. He sell it as a news show, but it's not a news show because it is like a news show in a way, but it's more so like, okay, I know that this content is fucked, so maybe you think that I'm insane, but now we're pretty normal. Yeah. And Side Scroller is like, no, this is a news show. We're reporting the news. This is super important. Drama Alert is kind of nice because Drama Alert, why it did perfectly, because there's some big news where he was more serious about it. When I say he, it's Keemstar. He was a lot more serious about it. And there's other show that's like, no, this is fucking stupid. This is fucking stupid. This doesn't make any sense. Guys, I present to you opportunity. I present to you opportunity. One of my favorite, if not favorite map. But it's super dumb here because it's a city. The problem with opportunity is...
You need to be Jack. That means passing a bioscan and speaking a password in his voice. If you can kill one of Jack's body doubles in opportunity, I can get you through that door.
The problem with opportunity is that...
Good. I need you to snag an orbital drop beacon and some surveyor lures. I'll explain why once you've got them. Oh, and while you're at it, take out some engineers. We need to show the universe this town is as good for your health as a bullet to the face.
Hi there. This is a message from Handsome Jack to the construction workers of Opportunity. You fine gentlemen are building the future. Once the city is done and its carefully selected citizens are brought in, you'll be able to see the true beauty that Opportunity represents. From a distance, that is. I mean, you guys aren't coming anywhere near the city once it's done. You can check it out from like kilometers or something.
Opportunity is perfect because it's the perfect city, right? The city of evil, kind of like the All of Heroes, but it's not complete. That's the problem with Opportunity. No revolution is complete until you destroy a few statue of a fascist dictator.
Every good war is won in the mind. So long as Jack's got those propagantastic statues of himself around Opportunity, we can't truly win this war. Go, minion! Blast those statues to bits!
I love this. It's one of my favorite places. Like, Opportunity, if it was a bit better done, would be super cool.
The statues are bulletproof. You win this round, inanimate object. Minion, I need you to search the Opportunity drop zone for the constructor. Then you can use it to cut through the statues for you.
Yeah. This is also a super cool mission. Boom. Kind of hoping we get the Melee Overdrive soon.
Alright.
I also have to check.
Real story. So, yeah, WWE Champions is one of many mobile games that I've played over the years. Okay, I actually played some before, like WWE Supercard. That was another one that I spent a lot of money on. And this is in Supercard, I don't know, see the thing is I've never added it together. It's thousands upon thousands of dollars. Well, say that right now.
Thousands could be 400,000, it could be 3,000.
It's definitely not 400,000, that's for sure.
But if you had to give a guess.
Yeah, I would have nothing if I spent $400,000 on these games. Okay. But, you know, yeah, it's definitely thousands and thousands of dollars. I don't know, I never sit down and look and add it together.
Good.
If you had to guess.
If you really want me to guess?
How much do you guess?
Alright, okay, let's put it in perspective.
Go to hell.
It's 24 of 30.
So they made it. I've seen some retro games, right? Well, you get some people in that game, they think that they're a perfect hero. So you can definitely sure. Alright,
I chose this thing. And you know, yes, at the point I was way overspending on these games. Yes. The only reason that WWE Champions is the one they bring up is because that's the one that they had the information, they've got the they caught me and all that.
Refreshing.
I played WWE Champions.
He's honest, so I like it.
One thing, I changed the name to Down from the Rafters. I spent a lot of money on it. And then years ago I sold it. I got rid of it because I couldn't play it anymore.
Okay, so the first name was, they call me DSP, which is his Twitter handle. Good.
$10,000. I would say, well, hold on. Okay, Champions started in 2017. Okay, that's what the game actually did. 8 years. You couldn't really spend too much money in the early.
Remember these two. Remember these two.
And then all of a sudden you can start spending a lot of money. It was about a year and a half that I really spent too much. Yeah, I mean, I would say this. I definitely spent, no exaggeration, I probably spent $10,000 on that game.
$20,000. between $15,000 and $25,000. That's pretty extra. All right, that's good. So that's a lot of money to spend on a game like that. And why did you decide to play that game instead of like Genshin Impact or Wuthering Waves or Honkai Star Rail? What was I guess if you're a fan of wrestling?
Well, so the reason why Asmongold Gold is Upon Paradise. The reason why Asmongold Gold is talking about Wuthering Wave, Genshin Impact, and Holoverse, it's because they're released by a thing called Holoverse. Holoverse is the #1 company in gacha game like that, right? Genshin Impact, Honkai Rail, Star Rail are from the same developer, and they're two of the biggest grossing games in the industry. So the reason for that is like, hey, these games are having a huge player base. Why aren't you part of that player base?
I was a fan of wrestling. I'd already played WWE Supercard. I got tired of it, and I started moving over to like.
See, so this I can also agree with Phil on it, right? I have to be honest here. I absolutely agree with Phil here. So why did I spend so much money on the tower versus Genshin Impact and shit like that? Well, personally speaking, okay, so I'm gonna be honest. The tower is just a cool game because I can play in the background, right? It doesn't cost me anything to play in the background. It's actually quite fun, right? But the reason why we're pushing for the tower so much is because I love tower defense game. I grew up playing those games. I absolutely grew up watching those games. They were not my favorites, but hey. Our baby. Good. So yeah, so in this what is that? Good. So yes, this is why I play tower defense. The first tower defense game that I play, oh my god, this is a bad story. This is absolutely a bad story. Oh, this is horrid, guys. Don't make me say it. I had this guy. So me and my father's relationship was very bad growing up. My father was an asshole. Now, the relationship could be better. Couldn't be better. So growing up, I hated my father. I really hated my father because he was a douchebag. He was strict. He was severe. Think about his feeling. I didn't feel like we had anything in common, right? And on the same side, my mom was complete opposite. My mom would get me anything that I wanted. You want it, ink, you name it, right? My mom was the complete opposite. What am I doing? Stop fucking moving, dude. Stop fucking moving. Good. So what happened with my father was he kicked me out at no, that's not it. I was like 13. Yeah, I was like 13, and my mom wanted me to speak English, so she sent me to this English camp, summer camp, and there was this guy who was super nice. So super nice. His name was Patrick. So Patrick was a teacher of game design, right? Patrick was very cool because Patrick was a teacher, but he didn't give a fuck. There was this rule where I was swearing a lot. And the reason why I was swearing a lot was that I was fucking 14, and the kids were 9 years old, you know. And I was watching Trailer Park Boys. I was like, fuck those rules, fuck those guys. And Patrick didn't really care about it. Patrick would laugh with me when I swear. We're talking about Trailer Park Boys. He was just a good dude. And Patrick was... I saw him as a cool dad. I'm gonna be honest, I saw him as a cool dad. Right? And I fucking worship that guy. Because he knew what's up. He knew what's up. He said... I would get in trouble for swearing. And... he would take my defense. He would say, oh, he does swear, but he's not a bad kid. You know. So him, he used to play a specific game, which was Xeno Wars. That was my first defense game. Also, what I have to admit is that I was born in the 90s. The 90s, two genre was super popular: tower defense and whatchamacallit, RPGs. Because they were playing on Newground and Flash. That was something else. My biggest, the tower defense. Also, there was.
Cool. You
Oh.
found the constructor. Just boot him back up, and he ought to treat you as an ally. You'll be like his mommy, his gun-toting, profanity-spewing mommy.
I love this. As I hack it.
He's waking up. Great. Trust the Vault Hunter, robot. All right. The constructor's working again. Make sure to protect it while it's wrecking the statues.
Dude, you blocked my shot, you dumbass.
How hilarious. You just set off my trap card. Your death approaches.
I had to defeat it. Can't resist the temptation. Can't resist. Couldn't resist. I'm sorry. Can you defend?
Now, Tool, petty vandalism? Are you serious? That's how far you've fallen? It's just sad.
I need a skill.
All right, you made your point. You don't like the statue, I get it. I look a little too badass with my foot in that bandit's face, right? You're jealous. I get it.
Good. Here's do some damage.
Get out of your system? Great. Now go home and stop screwing with my stuff or we're gonna have a freaking problem.
Sheesh.
I am ready.
And the second win. Good. So on Newground, there's a lot of Flash game. A lot of them, right? But my favorite game growing up, the game that I fell in love with the most was freaking what's it? Warcraft 3. You gonna summon? Yeah.
Protect the bot, minion!
So Warcraft 3 was a RTS. And the closest I could get for that was tower defense. Also, the tower came in at the perfect time. I was just done with streaming. I was in depression. I wanted to play a game without playing a game. The tower was the one. My first time playing the tower, we were watching Breaking Bad. I don't remember if it was Breaking Bad or Better Call Saul. I think it was both though, because we watched both at the same time. No. We watched both one after the other.
Like other games, and for the record, you know, I do play other mobile games too. It's just that this is the one.
You played Uma Musume?
People focus. What's that?
Have you ever played Uma Musume?
No.
Oh man. Okay, so you're playing all the bad mobile games then. Yeah, what's this?
Wait, which one is that? Is that the horse racing one?
Yeah, it's the horse game.
I know about it. Yeah, I never know.
Okay.
I played it too. It's good. Uma Musume is actually really good.
They come inside and they came after me, and for years they harassed me, and for years, admittedly, I lied about it publicly. I just outright lied about it on stream, saying, no, I don't play that game. No, that's not me.
So were you embarrassed about it?
Of course.
Embarrassed about it. At one point, I would argue I knew I was overspending.
the bad guy's a new one, huh?
And so why am I talking about this? Well,
The addiction.
my streams have nothing to do with this whatsoever. My streams are gameplay playthroughs and, you know, vlogging. There's really no reason at all for me to talk about
You're not really vlogging, bro.
in my content. So I'm gonna get to a point where I just don't want to talk about it. You know, I'm like, no, I didn't do it. Fuck this. Shut up. You know, I get all angry. And of course, again, kind of similar to 10 years ago with this I don't play thing. Instead of playing it cool, instead of, you know, being calm, I got that angry reaction, and that's what people want right now. Calm reactions, that's what and then I can just extrapolate, you know, you say no once, well, now we have more information that's probably here. Now we have more information. Oh my god, it's still coming up. Alright, now.
Okay, let's focus on the game now.
I don't play WWE anything. I played that game once, and I'm done with the entire game.
What did your wife think about you playing the game? How did she feel about you spending that much money?
She knew.
Obviously. Did she know, like, if you asked, if I were to ask her how much money does she think that spending that game was the answer?
She would probably say, like, no.
Yeah, but, like, going back to this, like, you're probably like, I'd almost dashed my couple.
No, because they made the money, so what the fuck she gonna tell them to do?
You played, and after you actually ended up playing WWE Champions on your stream, right?
Oh, you mean with, picture with the... Oh, no, you're talking about last year when I actually played the game on stream. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a good idea. So DSP got caught his hands in the pocket, right? And he was like, hey, yes, I played a game. It's me. And then he had a really good idea to say, you know what? It is me. So instead of hiding it from you guys, I'm just going to be playing on stream. But people didn't like the game.
I'm going to be honest, I've never seen you whenever you were playing WWE Champions on stream. Because like, you were more locked in and excited about the game than like, and like, you were happy about that than you were about Elden Ring.
The thing is, with a game like this, because it's this factor of risk reward, right?
Yeah, which is entirely.
You hype it up. For that stream, I was way hyping it up. People have been talking about this shit for so long. Here's my opportunity to take this shit that I've been eating for years and turn it into something positive that my viewers are into and everything. And it worked, you know. There was a few streams there where people were excited. They were supporting the stream in droves. Hey, do more polls. Okay. You know, but the thing is, and here's the truth, it died out after like a month and a half. No one cared about it.
People get tired of watching it, yeah. There's like a novelty to it. No, I've done gacha games on stream too. I know how it works, yeah. So you quit the game now?
Oh yeah, and that's like actually that was what kind of got me realizing this is stupid. Like it's just waste of time, waste of
My mom texts me, give me a sec.
Anymore. At one point, I would argue, yeah, I was at a point, not like I said, not just Champions, but before that, there was Supercard.
My mom texts me.
I to drop it $700 to play in an event. You know, like what the hell am I doing? But I'm out of that.
Oh, it's okay, mom.
I'll be honest, I do.
It's okay, mom. Not your fault.
Spend on them at all.
Your fault.
These people will
And yes, it's a perfect message.
So I definitely am not going to say.
So why do you think they're so mad at you?
Aw.
Why
Thank
are they
you.
So mad? Yes, and I'll do these viewers.
Check promise.
They're very angry.
In general, or in regards to WWE Champions?
Just in general. So I feel like there's a lot of these people.
There you go.
I mean, they really are upset about the fact that you are you. They don't like that.
They don't like me? No.
Good.
You're right. Absolutely.
So how, like, why are they so mad?
It's a good question, because if you ask each and every one of them, I think they'll all have an answer, but the answer is just a meme. And then when you analyze the meme and you're like, well, do you actually know the truth behind what you're saying? Phil, you'll be like, well, no, it's just what the detractor said. I saw the video. You know? So I would love to hear, you know, actual people who aren't the detractors who are making this content to profit from it, but actual people who maybe watch their content to say to me, why is it that we don't like Phil so much? Okay, you said you've been watching this stuff.
Yeah, I'm going to give you my answer. And it's not that I don't like you, by the way. I think you're fine. I think it's funny. I get the, I get it, right? But you asked for money.
He does.
It's like, I'll see, like, there'll be a new video, and it'll pop up on my YouTube recommended on my smart TV, and it will just show up. And it's like there's a new one like every day, and it's you talking about people like meeting.
Melee damage.
Recently, there was one about people on Kick that weren't supporting the stream as well, and supporting the stream is giving money. And I feel like it's a very, very common thing. And like, so how many times a day do you think you mention the amount of like people like something in relation to you?
Okay, well, how much do we have, Millie?
It depends. Every time that I receive something, I do a shout.
400.
Besides,
oh my God.
Well, like whenever you make a call, how often do you make a call to action or draw attention to the fact that you can donate money to your stream? Like you think your ratio is?
Well, what do you mean, like number of mentions?
Yeah, like
stream.
I'm out.
I also have to defend the ESP on this one, and I'm gonna hate myself for defending him on this because I think it's not okay. The reason he doesn't realize that he has this much because it's a mechanism. It's an automatism for him. It's like, hey, I ask for money too often this stream. It's like, yeah, every single time that you ask, you ask. A lot of people are doing it on TikTok. It's just a remember to ask for tap, ask for give.
I stream a lot. I stream every day from around 11:30 a.m. till around 4 p.m. and then I have a second stream that starts around like 6:37 and that goes to like 10. Okay. So you're talking 8 hours of streaming a day. Yeah. All right. Every morning when I start, I bring it up. I say, "Oh, here's where we are with our goals for the week," and you know.
Are you guys liking the reacts? This is not really a react because we're not reacting to it, but just on stream. We started to do it with Asmongold. Now we're still doing Asmongold, and I just like the guy. And this is huge for me. I'm gonna repeat myself, but this is two community that I follow coming together.
Here's what we're doing today with this and that. Here's how you contribute. And then, you know, during the course of if I'm doing a podcast or whatever, I might bring it up like halfway through the podcast or at the end of the show. If we're near hitting a goal, like let's say for example we're at 100. Jasper, everybody. Jasper. Oh, there he is. Go to the 1 feet. Yeah. That's fine. I don't think they minded. No, they everyone likes it. Yeah. So, but let's say for example we're getting close to a goal. Oh, we're at $100 out of the 150 goal for today. I'm gonna bring it up. Say, hey, we're there. We're in the home stretch, guys. Hey, please contribute if you like the content. You know.
Leave him alone.
The thing is, I also tend. My audience is here every day. I have it up sometimes. I do it as a joke. How I overly go overboard on purpose.
No, that's not true though.
It's a joke. But someone who clips it out of context and throws it out there. Look what Phil did today. Yeah. I can't believe.
That's not funny. That's not true.
They know I'm not serious. They know that.
So they like it. What you're saying is they like you begging for money.
They think it's funny.
They want you. Do you think that they want you to do it?
No.
Do they want me to ask for contributions actively?
Yes.
No. But they want me to succeed. Okay. They want me to be successful. For example, there was a day I actually tested it out. Once did I ask for a contribution during an entire day.
So you went a whole day without asking for money?
Yeah. I made $30.
Well, what's the average? Okay, that's fine. Like, what's the average though? Like,
If it's 35, that's not better.
Oh wait, what's the average now? Stream? Yeah, what's the average?
What's the average? A day. Yeah, a day.
I have a goal. Each stream that I do, I try to go over $150, and I stream twice a day.
So you want $300 a day?
I like that. I don't get it. I do sometimes, and that's nice when I do.
What's the ratio that you get $300 in a day? Like how?
Ooh.
20%.
I would have to analyze. I would say today I actually get it more often than not. Today, like it didn't used to be like that. It used to be a lot worse.
Okay, so we'll do this. I don't think I'm gonna get backstabbed.
WWE Champions thing. I apologized for it to everyone for lying over the years. I said, listen, it's in the past. I'm not doing that stuff anymore. As you can see, my money is actually going towards the set. It's going towards the business. It's going towards important things. Yeah. You know, out of financial distress. Thanks to you guys. Thank you so very much.
While moving.
That my fans are supporting me in this way and allowing me to have kind of like a second chance at life because now things are better. I'm coming out of that tunnel that I was in there. Yeah. And they're coming out and supporting the content because of that. I'm very grateful for it. But what happens is the detractors will clip these moments of and say, oh, see, this is eBay all day. He makes $20 a stream. But not true at all. I'm actually doing really well for myself. I'm happy with it.
So you're doing really well. What do you think?
Because that's how it works. That's the
so it's like basically you have to keep doing. You think that the more you ask for money, the more money you get. Or is there like a okay? But there's like
just out of curiosity.
Like a min-max level of that, where it's like you can get at a certain point, you ask the optimum amount of times, and you get the optimum amount of money. Is that basically it? There's like a ratio.
Yes and no, because for me, what I find is it really depends on what I'm doing. Like I've been around since 2002, right? So I have a variety of viewers who come for specific things. Like, I do variety content every week, different kinds of games. So someone who comes by only when I play an RPG, or someone who only comes by when I play an FPS. Yeah. If I stand there and I just keep asking that audience over and over,
that makes sense though.
It might not work. Or it could be that there's someone like crap. That's right. You know, today I was supporting.
So you're like reminding them to give you money. You're like, oh,
Amp it up. Oh my God, Amp it up is done. Amp it up is done.
To be clear, I see the reason that you're making. Okay, and it's fine. I get it. Did you know that before I became a full-time streamer in 2017, that I was not someone who asked for contributions at all? I criticized me.
So why? I mean, I guess so. So like, what happened? So I guess like you had another job.
No. So I laid off from an office job in 2010. Okay. Then I tried to make YouTube my living, and it worked. And that started in 2011. So from 2011 to 2017, but the majority of my income was just advertising on videos on YouTube. And it wasn't good streaming where I was asking for subs, asking for memberships, asking for tips.
My favorite weapon too.
That I was using to like side projects.
Would you shut up, Patreon? Yeah. So basically, for a long time, you weren't asking for money, but then I guess like so whenever I'm assuming, you know, like the way that the timeline you're explaining to me is, it seems like the reason why you started asking for money was probably because you got demonetized and like your YouTube revenue got fucked up. Is that what I'm coming with?
It wasn't demonetization. It was a combination of factors. I already mentioned the copyright strike thing in 2016. So my channel was always one of the highest ranked gaming channels on YouTube for a long time.
Literate and the image of you enjoying a good book just can't hurt so awful.
You're an asshole, Jack. Don't you realize it?
Alright, workers, time for your lunch break.
Oh, we're destroying it.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hope you enjoyed your break. Back to work.
I don't think they're gonna give me good weapons. Leave the fucking thing alone. We're not doing so well. This is a great thing. Because basically every single robot has the same weak spot except for the blue guys.
2015. So my channel was always one of the highest ranked gaming channels on YouTube for a long time. And then in 2015 I got hit with all these false copyright strikes. Machinima/YouTube told me to delete a bunch of videos. So I did, and my channel got thrown right out of the recommended algorithm. Like every fall, I used to call it the hardcore gaming season. All the big AAA games come out in the fall, right? So I did a giant video that year. I was removed from the algorithm. I had no additional whatsoever. It was like flat. And so my revenue tanked, and I struggled for about 2 years there to try to stay afloat, still just trying to grab revenue. But I couldn't do it. It just plateaued, and I couldn't get any views from the algorithm anymore. It was kind of like my legacy viewers kept watching me, and that was it. So then I became a full-time live streamer in 2017.
Oh, legacy is annoying.
You're done rolling around in your own feces.
And then I started with the whole e-begging, let's call it, and I've been
I mean, $300 a day is a lot of money. I mean, your channel, the ESP Gaming channel, was in 2010, and you said you were uploading since 2008. So where was the original
channel? Was just going like this.
Oh, that's
really primitive stuff. That's old stuff. That's my original content. I was working on camera, and you know, so kind of like recording my screen on camera. Those are my old videos.
Is that channel still active?
It is active. It's not even monetized. It's just legacy content. If you want to go check it out, it's like 2.5 years. Where I did it as a hobby. I started before you could monetize gameplay videos.
Yeah, sure.
$1 on a gameplay video. So I had cash all my money doing it as a hobby. 2.5 years. And then
They flagged it.
seriously, that got my channel. I got a false copyright strike, and I said, let me start fresh and make a new channel. So I did, and that got me as a game.
Well, there was an accusation like people had that like you told people to click ads, and that's one of the reasons why you had your ads been taken away. Did you do that?
Yes.
Here's the story. Okay.
He did.
Weakness is now known to me.
Alright, not exactly like that. But similar, like people never thought that I would look like this. They thought, smash the body. Like my voice, like I look different than I sound, right? So they were really shocked. Now, keep in mind back then, I was not making any money doing any of this. I didn't have monetized videos, but people liked my content for just about a year. And people wanted to see more. Can you play this game? Can you get this console? Can you do this? And I was like, well, I can't monetize my gameplay videos, but what I can do is start a vlogging channel and see if I can get that art program. And it worked. It did. I got monetized.
Not true. He did ask.
Every week, I think this is when I actually started the DSP Try This series, where I started like taste testing food and stuff like that. You know, just like try anything. Because I could monetize that channel, make a few extra bucks, didn't make a lot of money. But hey, I didn't $30 this is your hobby. You just try to buy games and shit your hobby. So I did a face reveal video. And in the video, I brought up, hey, you know, I don't make any money on the gameplay, but if you were to go over to the vlogging channel and watch the videos,
Good. Okay, perfect.
Right now, it wasn't like intentional. Like at that point, I didn't even know that that was a problem. Okay. Now here's where the narrative is broken. My detractors will say, well, that's why you had all these financial.
True and not true. He did say it like that. That's exactly how it happens. However, I gotta do the devil advocate, which is the detractor. He didn't say it once. He say actually click the ads. It's gonna help me out. This is gonna give me money. So yeah.
Problem is you lost your monetization on YouTube. I lost my monetization on YouTube in December of 2010. That video was put up in like $30,000. It had nothing to do with that at all. Okay. Here's what happened. Okay. I was working a full-time office job, and that was my real income. That's where I was making. Okay. And I got laid off in October 2010. And there was no other jobs like in that sector, like basically the
Well, that was during the 2008 recession. Yeah, of course.
It was a recession, right? I just wanted to live in a condo, and I'm like, I'm gonna pay my mortgage. I don't have a job. I'm just gonna go get part-time jobs, you know? Sure. So I said, all right, guys, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna try to figure this out in the meantime. I'm gonna double down on the blog. I'm gonna make a whole bunch of
Ooh.
I still, even 2010, you couldn't monetize gameplay. So I'm like, please, you know, let's go watch my content. And in 1 month, I went from making like $500.
So right now, what we did, we took a risk.
Okay, so you're making $15,000 a month or something.
Yes, that was 2010, late 2010. That was just the personal ad share.
Okay, that's pretty good.
And then the next one, I made $18,000. Wow. And YouTube said, there's something wrong here. How can this guy overnight go from making $500 to $13,000 to $18,000? This doesn't make sense. And they suspended my AdSense account and said, we think that there's invalid clicking activity. We think that you have people who are going to your ads and just going crazy on them because they feel bad for you. Because you lost your job.
So it's kind of like the best thing, right? Where like everybody wanted, and the best thing was so popular that you had to stop it. And it's the same thing with YouTube. Like it's a suffering from success. You came up too fast, and they weren't ready for it.
In that case, absolutely. Yeah, that's exactly what happened. Is people felt back then I was like the underdog. Everyone liked my content.
So the truth is, yes and no. Phil was very, very prolific. So back then, YouTube can only upload 10 minutes videos, right?
Yeah, no,
so
go ahead, knock that last one down. I've already got a great idea for a new statue. It's just gonna be me thinking you.
Yeah, I love that. Keep Overseer over 50% health.
Put them everywhere.
Now that you're done with that bot, it's time for some fun. You ever seen a constructor bot dance, minion? Because you're about to. Hit that other button to activate his dancing subroutines.
No, I don't want to. I don't want to.
2, 1, dance time!
Remember, workers, there's no help me, I'm bleeding internally and need to see a doctor.
Just exploded, didn't he? I guess that's kind of like dancing.
You are such
a jackass.
Success! Opportunity will be temporarily free of jack statues. Forever!
Okay, so that's actually a cool mission. So,
Back then, I was like the underdog. Everyone liked me. Because I lost my job and they went overboard. And I lost my...
True, but not true. So, the reason why Phil got so popular is because, like I said, back then, gaming video were monetized. He didn't give a fuck about it, right? So, he would post 10, 20 videos. No, there was no... I don't even know how much videos he would do. But even if you post 10, 20, 30 videos of yourself playing video games, then it's gonna do. And Phil, because he was the one that posted the most video, also had the biggest pull on the algorithm. So if you were looking at gaming content on YouTube, chances are that you were gonna see a Phil video because there's so many videos of Phil, right? So Phil had DSP, Darkside Phil, let's say he had like 100 videos every single time that people had 10 videos, right? So of course you were gonna see more of him. So then people were seeing it, and this is why he got so popular, because YouTube pushed him a lot. Because at the same time this guy was making a lot of videos.
My assets at that time, later on, years later, I got unsuspended and everything after a time period had passed, but that's when I ended up having to go get partnered with another company like Machinima to make revenue on YouTube.
So, okay, so all that happened, and now, like, are you getting ad revenue on YouTube and everything is
Yes.
fine, right?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so everything's totally okay, there's no issues anymore.
Nope.
And so well, if I understand, so, like, okay, so you were not asking for...
He had a copyright strike about 2 months ago, but then he did a interview with Keemstar, and Keemstar took care of it for him. However, that's another drama, because whatchamacallit, the agreement, if you will, was that DSP would go on local live, but then it wasn't clear. That's a bit Keemstar's fault though. So he told DSP, hey, I want you on local live if I help you out. I want you on local live. So Phil's like, yeah, no problem, dude. I'll be on local live. However, Keemstar, what he meant was, I want you to think about being part of the local live, right? DSP, what he thought was going to be a interview local live. So then he was pissed, and DSP was like, hey, what's up with that? And then Keemstar was like, yep, but you didn't check our agreement. And then DSP was like, that wasn't the agreement. So there was a error. So then Keemstar was like, I'm going to take care of it for this once, but next time don't ask me. So, yeah. Also, what I feel is important is to say is that the detractors are still after DSP, but it's a lot less than it used to be. DSP has improved a lot lately. Like, it used to be like racism jokes, it used to be sexist, like one of the worst, right? And now he's asking for money a lot, but apart from that, he's gonna have a controversial take once in a while, but like, he's doing an interview with Asmongold, who has a controversy every single like month, you know. So it's not even the same.
Still, you still ask for money. Is it just because it's not as much? Like,
yep.
Theoretically, right? If you got $15,000 a month now, because like, also, do you increase the amount of money that you try to get per year, like based off of inflation?
No.
Because I saw a video of like you asking for $300, and this was like 2 years ago. It's gone up a lot since then, right? So like, it should be like $315.
No, I mean, it's all just like kind of an arbitrary thing. I'm not...
What Asmongold is saying is good. So what Asmongold is saying right now, which is actually really interesting, he's basically saying like, hey, let's say your cost of living is $100 per day, which is not shit, but just take this as an example, right? Then he's like, well, there's inflation now, so instead of asking for that amount, you should ask for more. That's what he's trying to say.
Here with the calculator trying.
What is inflation? Inflation is the devaluation of money versus services. So every single year you get a salary increase, and because everybody's richer, then the value of money goes down a little bit, and the prices goes up. That's a bit.
Figure out exactly what should be made with those. I tried different amounts.
How long have you used the $300 goal?
Since there's no purpose in doing the inflation, because basically, oh my god, look at this, hell yes. It's one of my first. It's amazing. Just not right now. Yeah, it's amazing. What is it? What is the purpose of inflation? It's kind of crazy. The purpose of inflation is the higher raise of money, right? So, it's a system where everything in the world is different, right? So, countries that are rich, that are doing well, are going to be able to have a higher inflation because more of the company is working, more of their people is employed. So, it's it's kind of like, hey, oh, apparent heroism. Ooh, nice. I like the name of that. So you're doing inflation so that there's a raise in the value of money and the value of the dollar.
Probably all this year.
Well, it was 2 years ago. It was 2 years ago. So, I mean, like, when did you start doing it?
The $300 goal. Yeah, 2 streams of 150. That was definitely this year. Now,
No, because it says 2 things. Because there's a YouTube video with the title that says that you've been doing it 2 years ago. So is the YouTube video lying? Okay.
No, I've changed the amounts over there. Sometimes it was 100. There were times that it was 200. It's going up and down based on what the market will bear. So it is right. You gotta test it. You know what I mean?
No. What he means, which is, it makes sense. This again is a DSP point. He's right on that one. So what he's trying to say here is it depends on what are you doing, right? So for example, he did this fight with beer lately, recently, which was actually, I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be super honest. 4 men is the guy we have to defeat. By the way, he did a fight of beer, which is a taste test for beers. It's actually really interesting. Actually, I had a really good time listening to the guy. Shame.
Do a lady a favor and grab it.
This one we never had it. The shame thing. We never had it. See, we're getting destroyed over here. Okay, we're gonna get money. Woo!
I am ready.
If he didn't show up, I would have not been okay. Again, they're coming to me. So yeah, so the flight of beer, what it did was right. That was a special event, so it should be making more money than a normal day. So that, in that regard, he's right. However, the problem with that is are you pushing it too much or you're not pushing it enough?
All my scar tissue is gone. I used to feel.
Ok, est-ce que ça va finir tout collant cette tour?
Good. So basically, what I'm trying to say is you could do legit every single day, every freaking single day, a special event. Then people are gonna say it's too much. If you do it once a month, it's not much enough. Depends on how popular you are, right? Some people are super popular. Like the Faceland, they can just do a subathon. Kai Cenat can do a subathon, right? There's somebody else that cannot do it because it's not popular enough. We're looking.
Shit got deleted, it just goes.
He was helping you.
He was.
And then you're upset that he stopped helping you because your channel got deleted because of stuff you did? don't think you gotta take some accountability, Steve.
I just think if he actually cared about people, he would just help.
No, you're generalizing just because he didn't help you get your channel back after you pissed off.
I'm not generalizing.
He doesn't like people. The guy's giving away tens of millions of dollars to random people.
Have you seen his face while he does that?
I think you're a hater. I think you are.
Oh my god. Your friend Jimmy is kind of a fake guy. I've talked to him on YouTube.
Okay, go. Sorry guys. You guys were talking a lot and not use. I'm shimming a lot lately, but it's energy wise. What? Yeah, right now. Also, so this is actually really interesting. So what he said right now is going to be primordial in the case of DSP, right? So right now DSP doesn't make views anymore. He gets like 100 to 200 per day per videos, right? So YouTube will pay you like $5 per 1,000 videos, 1,000 views. Sorry. So he's making $5 per day with that. So when people ask him, "Hey, dude, how much are you? Like, why are you asking so much?" Well, the reason why he's asking so much is because he's not making money. So Ismin Gold was kind of right in what he was saying. However, he wasn't right about the premise of the thing. So Ismin Gold was like, "Hey, are your monetization the problem?" DSP said no. Now the monetization is a problem in the case of I'm not having problem with my ad review. I'm having problem because I don't get enough views. And now with the amount of views, that it's not a YouTube problem. It's your fault. Because if your content was better, you'd get more views, right? However, with DSP, he is kind of right here, because why watch the main channel when you get a detractor that does the same video but funnier? Now, why? What is the problem here? Well, the detractor himself will do a very funny video on 20 minutes, and this is what I was talking about. I was watching DSP, the main channel, the content. The detractor, what he would do a very funny videos that last like 20 minutes, and but he won't show the gameplay. Well, he'll show the gameplay, but it doesn't make any sense. Like, he'll take a clip of what he said. Like, for example, "Hey, give me money, give me money, give me money," right? Fill video while she tells the story of the game. So the people that are watching for the gameplay are watching Phil, but the people that are watching him for drama are watching Detractor. Now, what is more popular? Drama or Detractor? DSP says that he's not doing a lot of views, which is true. He doesn't do a lot of views compared to Detractor channel. But if you don't have a Detractor channel, then it doesn't matter.
I mean, there's a video here, and it has almost 5 million views. It's about you. The darts from Turkey Tom. It's a 2. This is longer than I think it might be longer than the 2 towers.
No. No, the biggest piece of content from DSP, is 2 years ago. He did a sexual alert review. It's actually 5 hours and a half.
Enjoy that.
So if you were making, say, $15,000, is there let's just say that's like, semi-reasonable that you would get to, and you would say, okay, I'm now making this much money on my streams. I don't need to ask people for money anymore. Like, is there ever going to be a universe where you stop asking for money?
That's a good question, but okay, let's think of it reasonable. Right?
So what I have to do, I have to quit here.
Okay, so the answer is no.
Why? I'm going to be changing the shield for ammo eater.
One question that they ask me all the time. So right now, let's say you were to win the lottery. Now let's say you didn't win like insanely well, but let's say you won $20 million. That's pretty good. Would you still stream? And the answer that I say, yes, I would still stream. It would be way decreased. Way decreased now. It would be 6 days a week, maybe I do 2 or 3 days a week because I like doing it. But it would basically be my hobby. I would not accept contributions, or if I accepted contributions, I would donate them. Because I don't need the money. No, $20 million, I'll probably do it the rest of my life. Yeah, I don't say something about. I don't need to fucking do nothing. So that's been like I love what I do. I actually doing it. I'm not doing it to sit here and do all day. I say my life all the time. I wish I did have that. It was awesome back in the day. Yeah, it was just about making games. But now what's happened is I changed my diet, and now I'm a more social gamer. Now a lot of times it's more about hanging out and having a good time and conversation rather than the game. A lot of times we're talking games I do are not necessarily like typical games. It'll be like a chill game. You can just sit back and talk and you're relaxing when I play.
The most money he makes is during the podcast. I'm gonna get the ammo booster and ammo eater. Sorry.
I mean, and you do exist inside of an ecosystem with other people that are similar to you who say kind of has the same type of detractors that you have.
Oh, well, you're just talking about the well cow.
I didn't want to use that word, but yeah.
But that's, listen, the thing is, I used to be so angry when people call me a well cow, but now I understand. If you're a well cow, it's not because of your choice. It's because people have made you a well cow. Like, they have chosen to try to elicit a kind of reaction from you. They're going to try to get your goat every day on the street. And you're going to give them that reaction every once in a while. That's what they want. Now you're a well cow. They got the laugh out of you, right?
Right.
So, but you could call me a well cow. I don't care. Oh, really, at this point, it's no big fucking deal.
I didn't know if it was like a slur or something, but okay, yeah, no, it's fine. So,
in truth, unless dude, I'm not going to get offended at anything.
Yeah, I get it. I get
murder or something.
Yeah,
probably not.
As far as I know.
Good.
Okay, well, what do you think about? I'm gonna give you some names, and I'm curious to get your opinion on some of these guys. What do you think about Wings of Redemption?
Like in general, or
yeah.
Is he similar to me? Like
yeah,
in general?
like would you consider him kind of similar to you?
In the situation that he's in with people who harass him every day,
yeah,
stream his stuff, steal his stuff, yes, that we are similar in that regard, correct? Not the content he put out or the issues that people have with us. I think the issues they have with us are completely different, but the fact that they do the same, they try to elicit the response.
Yes. This is also very true. But I would say that they're kind of similar. So DSP has a delusion of grandeur and chases the past as how much he was popular. DSP still hold himself at the level of I am one of the biggest streamer out there, right? Now, in the case of Wings, is as a person versus the rest. So Wings misses the past because he was healthier, he was more happy. I actually relate to Wings a lot because today we had in the previous stream we had a guy that came in that was super. He wasn't a bad person. He was just way too much energetic. He was like, "Hey, answer me now. Check your TikTok. I'm talking to you." I'm like, "Dude, I'm streaming, right?" But the person itself, they were just excited to collab and shit like that, right? So it sucks. It sucks because they're not a bad person. They're not a bad person per se. And yeah. With Wings, he's just tired. Wings is a case of actually completely different, and it's kind of funny. Wings is in a position where he feels like he has no escape. He has to be there because this is the only way he knows how to make money, right? DSP is the complete polar opposite. DSP wants to be there, wants to be a content creator. DSP still have this rage, he still have this love for the job versus Wings of Redemption. However, here's the big difference. DSP might not have the capability. Wings, give me a healthy Wings, give me a not depressed Wings. Wings of Redemption is fucking entertaining. DSP might not be able to be as at the level of Wing. I actually really like that.
They try to harass him, they try to mess with him. Oh, yeah, it's similar.
I bet it's a good caller. Piece of shit.
I don't know much about him, like I know how to use him, and I don't know what level of like harassment or detractors he's had. I haven't really followed him that well to really answer that question fairly. Yeah. But to my understanding, yes, he's a wild cow, and he was part of the whole wild cow live universe and all of that. Oh yeah.
So what about low tier?
Boogie is a piece of shit. Boogie is a piece of shit. I don't like Boogie. Ooh, a head. Now we never had this one. I'm opening something cool. With a statue of Handsome Jack destroyed, opportunity now appears slightly less douchey than the outside of server. Slightly.
Robots that can't dance?
What is that? I don't know, I can't read from that far. I need new glasses, I swear to God. Angel. Or Engel. Unlocked his head. I'm a dumbass, dude. I'm such a fucking dumbass. Tree. Angle. I actually don't know what it means. Eagle, something like that. Something along the lines of that. I don't know him. Cobra GFS. I'm gonna die on that hill. Look at the head here. That was nice. Ooh. I'm not completely against it. Is that thing the bathroom? I'm not completely against it. I'm sorry about that. I have to go to the bathroom. I'll be right back. Oh. Whew. Okay. Okay, sorry about that, guys. Yeah, I was holding it in. Talking. We're back. We are back. Sorry about this, guys. Sorry about this. Okay, so the question was which lolcow doesn't deserve to be a lolcow? The answer was Cobra GFS. Cobra GFS didn't deserve to be a lolcow. He was an autistic kid that was himself. They start fucking in it with him, and then they see the reaction, like, oh my god, like, holy shit, this is working, and this is working really well. This is working really well. So another one that you can argue is Chris Chan. So there's an alternate reality, and this time I'm going to sound crazy. I'm going to sound extremely fucking insane. There's an alternate reality where Chris Chan never went on YouTube, right? And he's still Chris, and he's not completely fucked in the head. But, oh, Nature of Fear. This is Dead Space, bro. This is fucking Dead Space. Yeah. And it's kind of like it's a sad thing. It's a very, very sad thing. They pushed him to be there, right? So, yes, Cobra died from drinking too much, and that's definitely because of the trolls, right? Definitely. Yeah. This is my fucking favorite so far. Because most of it's going to be this, which I don't really dislike. Yeah, the angle head is actually pretty cool. Ember Assassin. Oh, to brass. I like it. I do like this a lot. I was complaining about not having like a cool head. Now we have one. The Azure Knight. That reference to maybe. Oh, this is kind of like a cool. This is really cool. I have a snake. I'm so serious. Just so nice. I love the name of the skin in this one. Really cheek, better red. Featherbite. Red shirt. Whew. I gotta say, this is really nice. So yeah, so King Cobra JFS, because Josh was actually also the thing with Josh was he was like a really good dude. He was like a really freaking good dude who is helping out people. Yes, he was a fucking mess, but like you look at Trap documentary of King Cobra JFS, and you just see a good guy. You just see a super likable guy, and then you see him lately, and like, what the fuck happened? You know?
There's a big vortex around me. I'm kind of like the eye of the storm, but I don't pay attention to the storm. I'm just trying to do my own thing on Twitter. I want to stay out of the toxic shit. I don't want to try to escape from the drama. Right. I don't even want to talk about that shit. I'm like,
and that's kind of like DSP problem. That is one of the biggest problem is he avoids what the haters are saying, because he feel like if he's listening to what they're saying, the man would be Jack. I gave up a playthrough like in there. There's no fucking way. That was so close to the end too. Hell, I have no fury. Destroy the future sight of Jack on the Dome. I didn't pick up his key. What the fuck? Yeah, this is a perfect map to use a shield that we're using. So by not answering, he's kind of saying like, hey, this is true. Because if somebody tells you, hey, you killed somebody, you're gonna say, innocent until proven guilty? No, you're gonna say, fuck no, I didn't kill anybody. You know?
Or anything like that, or is it?
Yes, he wanted to do a project with Keem. He wanted to do a project with frickin' with Boogie, and he wanted to do a project with. This is also interesting. He wanted to do a project with Wings of Redemption and Boogie 298, and his value of thing is fuck Keemstar. We're the locale. We bring something. What does Keemstar bring? Well, Keemstar bring a platform. Keemstar bring a network, and that's worth something, right? In a way that's simple to do. It's like, hey, we're a musical band, right? And we don't need anybody else. And Keem is like, yes, but I offer you a freaking stage to play music. You don't need to do anything. You only need to play music, right? And DSP was like, no, we don't need a stage. We'll just film ourselves.
It's not something that's interesting to you.
Well, first off, I mean, Keemstar wanted me to be part of the Locale podcast.
What do you think about Keemstar?
I think Keemstar is a smart guy and he knows how to.
This is actually also a really good story. I thought I'm stopping a lot, but this is a react. This is a really good story. The Keemstar DSP saga is actually one of the better saga on internet. So it all started because DSP did a react show on Keemstar, and Keemstar was like, "You're kind of like a fucking douche, dude. I didn't do nothing on you, and you're doing a show. You're doing a show to that's basically making fun of me." And the reason why Keemstar never talked about DSP is because DSP was a legacy YouTuber. So you never see Keemstar doing videos on Roman Atwood. He did a lot of FouseyTube videos, but that's about it, right? So DSP, since he was like and at the same time, I'm gonna be a dick here, right? But DSP is very niche, very, very niche. Because not a lot of people know about DSP. I've been watching YouTube for 12 years, and I learned about DSP like 9 years ago. No, I had learned about DSP about 3 years ago. So there's 9 years where I didn't know who he was, and I didn't care who he was.
Make content that people will watch and support. Yeah. I don't necessarily agree with the content he makes, but that doesn't mean that I have to. Like, I can say, okay, that's not for me, but respect to the guy who actually was successful doing that content, right? Okay.
So what I did say, sorry. The actual cool part is Keemstar went after DSP. Not out of spite, out of retaliation, vendetta, which I understand. I understand the name of the channel is that, right? So then the answer of DSP was like, hey, fuck you, dude. But Keemstar was like, yo, you were there first. You came after me first. And then they had drama, right? So then another one that had problem was Boogie. And then Wings. So this is a kind of the crazy thing, right? Boogie had a little problem with money, and he was asking the Keemstar for a lot of advice. So it's so fucking complex. Okay, so this is really, 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 really complex. This is fucking OG YouTuber that is. Oh man, no, like the amount of people that know this shit is so little because it's so like. It's not relevant anymore. So basically, there's a YouTuber by the name of Michael Green, which is Kid Behind the Camera. Kid Behind the Camera is a OG YouTuber that is super popular. He was behind the channel AGP. Yes, AGP was was George Green, which is Angry Grandpa, right? Sorry. When I say George, it's Charlie Green, which is Angry Grandpa, right? His real name is Charles. So the fun thing is Michael was kind of the OG YouTuber, and one of the OG YouTuber, right? There was a very small amount of people, and Michael is a super popular guy, super popular. So that's why. Oh, look at this engineer! I didn't know you guys existed. Holy shit, you got a lot of health. So with Michael had a gift for making friends. So Michael had multiple friends. He had Meg Juggernaut, which was again super huge. He had freaking it's kind of complex because oh my god, AGP or the Angry Grandpa Show was the very first show to be very popular on YouTube. They were getting interviewed, they were getting talked on radio. They were big, right? They were big. So what really happened, which is, what is the real reason they were big? Because Michael would send their videos at the right place. So he would send their videos at America Next Funny Videos. He would, oh, that's actually good. That's actually pretty good. You would actually do that. You see, I'm gonna be honest, Borderlands is the perfect game for this. Borderlands is the perfect game for this because Borderlands there's no narrative and you can just talk about whatever the fuck you want, right? I'm not gonna be able to do that every single day, but yeah. So with AGP, it's an interesting story. Michael was able to send his video to Break TV, right? So like something like Touch.0 would diffuse Angry Grandpa, right? But at the same time, Michael never took it the step above. He never went corporate, right? Because he didn't want to go to corporate. Like a person like McJuggernaut, I guess, who went on a more of a professional way. Michael stayed normal. Why am I bringing Michael up? Because Michael is a really good friend of Keemstar. Now, there is a sad thing with that. There's a great thing with that. There's a sad thing with that. AGP was one of the first. Keemstar wanted to do the thing the right way. So Keemstar wanted to do the thing the right way, which is basically have everybody on YouTube kind of respect him. So Keemstar, people don't like Keemstar, but Keemstar did a lot for YouTube. Keemstar did a news show for YouTube. They were kind of one of the first to be like, hey, this is kind of not necessarily serious, but this is kind of like this is noteworthy. This is newsworthy. This is newsworthy. What the fuck ever. So yeah, so by doing this, Keemstar put a lot of people's eyes on YouTube because it allowed to make for a more serious atmosphere on YouTube, right? Because like, hey, there's actually everything and anything. There's a new show on YouTube, and that was Keemstar. Right? Keemstar also would be the first one to kind of do a podcast on YouTube. Podcast is a YouTube sphere. And is he the first to make a podcast? No. Is he the first to make is he the second? No. He's the first to make a podcast that was successful on YouTube. Like, his new show was possibly one of the bigger spots on YouTube. So then we have another situation, right? So AGP being one of the most popular, Keemstar and Michael became friends very quickly, very quickly, right? And AGP had. Oh shit! Jack, what is it? Double. I'm not gonna kill you yet. I'm sorry. Sorry, dude. This is cool because if you look at Jack in pre-sequel, his skill is what? His skill is body doubles. So this is fun. Okay, so what I was saying, yeah. So Michael, father, a lot of problem, right? So I'm sorry, I love AGP, but what I'm gonna say is gonna be shitty. Okay, AGP was the head of a business, which was the Angry Grandpa Show. However, Michael was smart, but he never really had a system. Oh, every fifth he's unlocked. I love this. So a lot of people they came to Michael and offered deals. They offered a lot of things. They were supposed to have this restaurant. It was supposed to have this game. The AGP, that stuff from him that a lot of people know, they got fucked over so often. AGP was supposed to have this restaurant, but then it was a scam. They were supposed to have this game, but then it was a scam, right? In AGP. So that's the thing. That's the thing. And this is kind of like a really nice thing to see. Michael never went corporate, not because he didn't want to, but because his dad wanted to. His dad wanted to. And Michael saw his dad get fucked over once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times. And he was like, dude, aren't you, I'm not gonna get fucked over like that. This is fucking ridiculous. This is ridiculous. Somebody gets fucked over as much as my dad. And AGP also was doing one of the worst things ever. He was extremely friendly with his nothing creepy, nothing like perverse. But he was extremely close to his youngin, to his fan, right? So he would invite his fan over for lunch. Like, hey, you're in this area. You wanna meet for lunch? You wanna meet for a sandwich? Right? So AGP would meet people that were trying to take advantage of him, and because he never had he never had fame, or you know, he was a trailer park boy. He never had any love or any fame, right? He never had any success. So that's what happened. And yeah, so AGP would get in trouble a lot because people would say, oh well, the show is fake, the show is fake, the show is fake. And the reality was the show was fake, right? And AGP would let it slip. You're like, oh yeah, you'd let it slip, right? You would let it slip, and Michael was like, what the fuck you do that? This is how we make our money. And so what would happen is Michael would call upon Keemstar and say, yo, my father fucked up, dude. And I'm gonna be honest, I actually appreciate Keemstar what he did right there. You would call Keemstar and be like, yo, my father fucked up, dude. And Keemstar would be like, what's up? You told me that was fake. And Keemstar knew the show was fake, right? And he's like, and Michael was like, oh, this is my livelihood, bro. This is how I'm making money. So Keemstar would be like, hey, I got you. So he would have Michael on to tell his side of the story. And yeah, so you had Michael back a lot. One of the best friends of Michael was Boogie, because they both had abusive parents and they relate on that, right? And this is the fun part. Keemstar didn't start with freaking Drama Alert. Keemstar had a channel before, which was, I don't remember what it was, but he had a gaming channel where they would make fun of people, right? It was trolling content on gaming videos, but what he would play the same game as Wing of Redemption. So him and Wings became friends quickly, right? So Michael, who was friend with, who's now part of the LCU, by the way, the local universe. You know what's funny? If you look at the LCU, you see Albert, you see Tina, you see Boogie. All of those people, you know who brought them in? Freaking Keemstar. Freaking Michael. Yeah, so Boogie, and that's how they met, him and Keemstar. And this is how the locale was born. And it's fucking funny because Boogie was super reliant on Keemstar, because Boogie would put himself in a situation for being a fucking dumbass. Boogie would fucking brag about sleeping with some hookers. You know? And it's kind of weird. It was kind of weird.
I used to actually hate on that content, be a jerk about it, but now I'm like, why am I gonna be a hater? I shouldn't be a hater.
Who do you hate?
Boogie.
Who do I hate?
Yes! Who do you hate? Whose content do you watch that makes you mad?
Boogie.
No, I don't hate watch content at all.
So,
I know.
Alright, what about, how much do you know about pirate software?
Very little.
Do you know what happened with Pirate?
Pirate Software, in my opinion, he's an asshole. He has always been an asshole. I saw a documentary or two about him. Not pretty stuff. Pretty disgusting stuff. Guy is a bit of a creep, right? A bit of a creep. Bit of a furry. Like nothing is wrong with being a furry, but it's a bit of a creep.
See if there's anything useful in there.
Right size. There's gonna be nothing inside. Trust me.
If I know my explosives, and I'd like to think I do, you could use those charges to flood the construction site. If you'd blow up the nearby retaining wall and flood those pits, I'd be awful grateful.
Old balloon tits is still holding a grudge against
Don't call it like that, dude. Fuck you.
I mean, don't get me wrong, I get it. Once you've eaten the line for free, it's hard to go back to sucking down hammer cash. You know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about? Dicks! I'm talking about dicks!
Two. Nice. Such a cool game. Pirate Software, yeah. Okay, so Pirate Software, in my opinion, armless. He's just a douche. He is just a douche. Armless. And yes, he had a horrible take, but people don't like him. It's not like he's the president, right? So, for example, we talk about Asmongold. Asmongold, very, very liked. If he says some awful thing, people could see it. Pirate Software, if he says, "Hey, let's rob all of these stores," people wouldn't give a shit. You know? Snow low, let's see right inside my mind. I'm gonna lose control now.
Do you know what happened with Pirate?
Starting to get hungry.
From what I'm to understand, I guess Pirate Software was someone who said that he worked at Blizzard. I guess he did. And so
yeah.
He became this like big respected game dev. He was making an indie game for a long time. And I guess he kept making promises that he was going to release this part of the game.
No, he wasn't. He was beloved because he was... How can I put this nicely? Pirate Software wasn't really beloved. He was beloved in a sense where he kept promising things, which is true, but also he was verbalizing them very well, right? So, for example, he was seen like a genius. So, he lied. He pretended like he could play his game on a fridge, which is not true. He pretended like because what he did was, he pretended like he could do this. This is streaming. This is streaming 101. So, what he had is a modem, right? Which is like an Elgato, right? And what he would do is he would connect the screen of his fridge to the screen of the computer to cast what is actually playing. So then what happened is Pirate Software was like, hey, I can play my game on the computer. But then no, he could play the game on his computer, he could project the game on his computer, but he couldn't play on the computer, on the fridge, right? Also, Pirate Software would be verbalizing very well. And I gotta say, I did like him. Because the way he was talking is actually pretty good. So he's explaining how coding work by using very simple thing. He was very good at verbalizing. The way I'm seeing Pirate Software is a great teacher. A great teacher. Never accomplished anything that was crazy cool. However, a great teacher. So somebody that's able to verbalize things, somebody that's able to say, hey, this is how it works, this is how it works, and this is how it works. But not a great doer.
This part of the game, and he kept making excuses why he wasn't doing it, even though it was like crowdfunded and everything. And then come to find out, over the years, his web of lies kind of unraveled, that half the shit that he was saying why the game wasn't being delivered was not true. And then I guess, from what I'm understanding, I could be wrong, you correct me if I'm wrong, because this is a very broad understanding. I guess people always thought he was really good at MMOs because he worked at Activision Blizzard, and then he played World of Warcraft and he like made critical errors and stuff.
Okay, also, the reason why people hate him is he was basically the he was basically the average Joe, right? He was your normal guy that made YouTube videos that's also a dev. So he was seen as the dev of YouTube, right? Kinda. Which is not true. I think Fuds is a better... I love Fuds. No news for... Oh, the tower. Let me check something. So yeah, so also what happened is he was like, hey, I developed game, right? And then he went again and say movement, and that movement was to make games, to keep games alive. So what is that movement? Is you play a game, I don't know, let's say we talked about we talked about Honkai Rail, right? Talk about Genshin Impact. Let's talk about Genshin Impact, right? So Genshin Impact one day will close their server. Like, hey, this is it. We're done. The server. You won't be able to play Genshin Impact. You won't be able to play it, right? Oh.
LOL avec une galaxie, une première participation là, ton premier cadeau. Let's go, abonne-toi, je m'abonne à toi, LOL.
There's battles.
Oh là, le respect, man, esti.
Oh, Samili a répliqué.
c'est pas assez, ferme ta gueule.
Ouais, c'est assez, je peux parler, c'est toi qui peux parler. Regarde ton écran pis ta gueule, le câble. Après à compter, mon imbécile. Ouais, écris-le ton petit nom. Écris-le ton...
Guys, I'm there's battle right now, so this is my favorite content. We did 3 hours. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna end the stream here, right? I'm gonna end the stream here, and I'll be back in about 2 hours. Lunch made, lunch ate. Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna finish with the Pirates of Software. So basically, it was a game developer that was like, hey, you should keep the game alive. So the game alive is what? Is if the server closed, the game is you cannot play it anymore. Keeping the game alive is if the server closed, you can still play games. That's basically what it was. That's basically what it is. So yeah. Do I agree with that? Oh, it depends. It depends. It depends. It depends on the manpower needed to keep a game alive. If the game doesn't have to be updated, if it doesn't have to have anything in it, I agree with it. My issue is most of the game, people will break them. And because people break them, you have to be like, hey, dude, we have to fix it. So if the game can be self-dependent, if the game can work on its own and not have anything in the background, you're good. If it needs some manpower, then you need to pay for this. And who's gonna pay for this? Is the consumer. Is the consumer. So yeah. So guys, like I said, I have to go. We'll finish the game. Let's finish this mission. The battery. Yeah, this is my favorite show. Because this is my favorite show, and I thought it was a halftime. The problem with this is that it's live. If I don't watch it, I won't be able to watch it. And I could watch it now, but I'm also super fucking hungry. And this is in French, and I just did such a good job at doing a recap and a reaction. So we're gonna take a pause, and then we'll continue. The good news is I know exactly where I am, and we're pretty much done. So, lastly, with the keeping the game alive, if it's doable, do keep them alive. I don't see a reason why you close your game if there's no manpower needed, right? However, if it takes a lot of money to keep them alive, then you know. There's also they should tell you like, hey, this game is gonna last for this amount of time. The tower has been on for like 4 years. Understand? Okay, so I'll be right back, guys.